There was a woman screaming outside my window last night,
What the hell? Why?
and then she kicked over my trash cans.
She high on bath salt? What's going on?
Probably. Then I banged on my window, and then she
Goddamn.
flipped me off and left.
Bitch, I live here. What are you on about? Why are you acting like I'm the rude one? I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna need dice. Probably, but I'm gonna get some out just in case. That's where that one went. Oh my god.
The missing link.
I was missing a D4 and I was terrified. Because I didn't know where it was. So I've just been walking around my room very cautiously to avoid it. And it was just in another bag.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like terrified, terrified of never rolling a D4 again, I guess.
No,
But
I'm
no,
stepping on
thought
it.
about I thought about D4 just
If you have
being
a group of
somewhere.
D4s on the ground somewhere, it's worse than Legos.
That's very true.
Fuck is messaging me so much? It's my uncle.
That should be a weapon. Oh my god. That's why
What?
we have dice bags.
Dice bags? Just throw a shit ton of dice.
Yeah, you have dice in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're dice.
Nice.
It's gotta be high damage.
No, it's only a D4 damage.
Fuck.
I don't know if you can hear that or not.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay. There might be a slight popping, and that's just my candle, because it's a crackle candle. So if you hear any popping, that's what that is.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Crackle candle.
Yeah. It basically just makes it sound like a wood fire, or
Ooh,
a campfire.
that's fucking awesome. I did not know that
Like a
existed.
little, yeah, it's like a little campfire on your desk. And it crackles. So that might come through.
Guess I'll start off with just a simple question.
No.
Okay. Bye.
No! No! What's the question?
In this moment,
Uh-huh.
in this
Current juncture.
small barrack
Mm-hmm.
on the sea, how is Rosalie feeling?
Um, she has a lot of feelings. She is, terrified. She is confused. Um, confused as to why, I guess, Aura quote unquote betrayed her and, pulled a gun on her. Um, confused as to why nobody else was doing anything to stop him. And also very worried just for Celia's sake. Because, as far as she knows, she might as well be dead, and she's just kind of going to her own death, and her mom actually can't do shit for her, but she's gonna take that chance. Granted that the opposite was staying on an island with people that she doesn't exactly trust at the moment.
Very fair. Rosalie, it has been about 1.5 months since you made your great escape from your home island.
Oh yeah, new record.
New record indeed.
The only record.
Since you left behind your friend, your caretakers, your parents, your brother and sister, and it hits you that it's been about a month. And in that time, you have gone through many hardships, making your way across the sea to get as far away from Mianli as possible, making it to Zora Port, where you found a new crew, a new ship, and the immediate thing they chose to do was to go back in that direction.
Yep.
In the moment which you didn't think much of it. But here we are in a future that you cannot change. But that future's future, that's up for grabs. Let me ask also, would you want to use Roll20 for any ambiance or music?
I'm already on Roll20. I already
Or
have
not?
the
Yeah, I was about to
yeah.
say if you're on there or not.
No, yeah, I'm already on just for the backing. Don't you worry.
Sick.
Like it's the godly whatever we're downtime, you know? It's that music that's playing right now. Which I'm vibing with it. I'm chilling with it.
Oh, nice. It already. Oh, I love your
Yeah,
Roll20.
it saves it for
Okay.
ya. No need to worry.
Yeah, no, just this was the track I wanted to play, and it was already playing. So
Yes.
now, all part of
Yes.
the plan.
Of course.
Anyways, we'll now return to that ship,
Hmm.
of which Rosalee doesn't know anything about that she's on,
Yeah.
sailing eastward, northeast, towards Manly. It's been about 3 days into the ship, and your mother hasn't appeared again after coming to see you
Of
on the
course.
first day. You have heard a bit of chatter
Hmm.
through the porthole of simple sailors leaning over the edge, kind of talking the shit. Um, some of them speaking about how they've finally met Captain Fisher for the first time,
Hmm.
um, and how terrified they are of that man,
Fair enough.
uh, who now seems to be, or from what they heard of,
Hmm.
was always a bloodthirsty guy that is now a bumbling half man
Yeah.
who seems to have bloodthirst in his eyes all the
All the
time.
time. Yep. Motherfucker.
And as you lay back, Celia on the bed, still slowly breathing,
She's just catatonic. It's fine.
they have brought you water, food, a few books, and you are in a room with moving space
Hmm.
and possibilities to escape, if that was a thought.
Into the ocean I go. Goodbye,
Oh,
guys.
how much else you can do?
Yeah. Really quickly, I'm gonna send this to you. Just so you know the layout that I have for this. Because Wolf asked me
Nice.
to record this, so I pulled this together last minute.
Sick.
Anyway. What type of books did they give me?
You see that they gave you a nice thick chapter book. It's a fantasy book.
Okay, yeah, they wouldn't give me any non-fiction of any sort.
Um,
They don't want me to
yeah, they gave you a
learn.
fantasy book uh, about this weird world um, where it's mostly dry land that people walk around on. Um, they've got these weird turning wheel things that like
Is it like a wagon?
rev up and almost like a wagon, except really fast, and
Damn.
rides by itself, which you have seen, but instead of automatically driving, it's driven by a driver
Mm-hmm.
that is driving it really fast. And that's the whole point of the book.
Damn.
Going really fast.
What is it called?
It's called Fast.
It's just called Fast. There's no Furious involved, just Fast?
No furious, just fast.
Alright.
Why would you be serious when you're already fast?
Fair enough.
Come on.
Come on now. Use your head.
You also see another book that they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Does seem more children's-y, but it is a fairy tale book.
I'm fucking 20. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. And you can kind of see that your mother has no idea how old you are.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm 22.
Or what
Sorry.
you're into.
I'm 22. I apologize. I fucked that up.
2 years ain't
It's
hard.
whatever.
She has no idea what you're into, what you're doing,
Makes sense.
really who you are right now. Kind of only your physical traits.
I would say it's because I left, but she's been with me for another, like,
Mm-hmm.
21 plus years, so... That fucking sucks.
You know that your mother didn't really spend time with you.
Of course not.
It was normally the servants
Yeah.
who would be there to almost raise Rosalee, as her parents were never really around.
Servants probably didn't like me either, but it's okay.
You do know one did.
Oh.
More than the others.
At least
But
I have that one.
They did serve you pretty well,
Oh.
as it was their job.
Yeah.
So many of them, they acted straight. So
It's fair. I needed them to act gay for me. It's just how it be.
so real.
Listen, I'm
Anyways,
nervous and I'm scared. I'm
the
gonna crack
last-
jokes.
The last book that you're given
Mm-hmm.
is almost like a simple manual
Mm-hmm.
on it's almost like it's one of those, if it was reality, it would be one of those crypto bros
Oh,
saying,
no.
here's how you make $1 million,
Oh,
and
fuck.
this is how you start your business
This
and
is a
become
millionaire's book.
successful,
Oh, shit.
and
Oh, no. Can I just throw these out the porthole?
And-
Like...
and Rosalee,
This one
you
specifically.
you specifically know that you've seen this one in the library halls of of the Valdak estate.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Not the Whisper Mouse and not any others, but the main Valdak
Shit. So
that you have seen Talon has in his library.
Mm-hmm.
So you assume your mother just kind of yoinked this and was like, "Yeah, she's gonna read this."
Me knowing it's a scam, just no.
And so
She'll
those are
read
the
this,
3
right?
pastimes
No.
that they've essentially just given to you on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
As you enjoy your stay. And
So
now I give you the freedom to do whatever you would like.
yeah, so long story short, I guess, or main question is just like, so they don't let me out of the cell, right? At all. Or even if they do, they have me under like a watchful eye.
As you are staying here,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really, they haven't spoken to you. You've just kind of been in this closed off room.
Mm-hmm.
Up to you how you proceed.
Okay. So Are there anybody like walking outside of the cells or no?
You did see when your mother walked in the first day that
Mm-hmm.
there were two guards just kind of standing outside the door that opened it for her.
Uh-huh.
Um, but you have heard routine kind of footsteps going away every once in a while, and then
Okay.
some coming back.
Okay. Because I'm like, I want to stretch my legs. I don't want to be in here. I'm getting a little seasick. And to be fair, Celia's not gonna go anywhere. She's just kind of there. So, basically, I'm probably gonna go up to the door
Uh,
or
roll
yeah,
roll a wisdom check.
a wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight
Like a
wisdom.
wisdom saving throw.
Co-wisdom. um, let's see. That's a 10. That's a solid 10 on the dice. Or not on the dice,
Rosalie,
yeah.
you sit there and you figure that you know they can't hurt me more than they have already.
Am I gonna stab myself? What is happening?
No,
Am I going
no,
insane? Anyway,
no, no.
yeah.
You just kind of it clicks to you that they can't do much more to you.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
here.
kind of stuck on the ship,
Yeah.
headed towards Manly. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
not like you're gonna survive in the open sea.
Yeah. No, I
Can't really
already
leave
knew.
Celia.
Yeah, I already knew that
So
I can't really leave, because first off,
I don't
Celia's
know.
here.
Maybe they will let you go. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just here. Like, I can't jump out the porthole. I probably could squeeze through, but I can't leave Celia. I have no boat to sail back on. I have no rowboat or a freaking dinghy to row back on. So, like, I'm chilling. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the doors, and whenever I hear, like, a pair of footsteps, I guess I'm gonna call out, "Hello? Hello?" Just to anybody who's walking around, seeing if they stop.
Hi. What do you need?
I hopefully you don't mind, or if you can ask somebody, can I go up deck? I'm not feeling too well. Seasickness and all.
Hmm. Are we allowed to? Is that a valid reason? I don't. Give me a second.
I mean, unless you want to clean up the mess in here. If it comes to that. And she, like, pretends to start retching, just.
Okay, I don't want to clean up a mess. Shut up, you. We wouldn't even be cleaning up the mess. We have lower classes for this. Okay.
But you're the
I'm just
first
gonna
ones on
open the door.
hand, so.
Oh, oh. And you see the door begin to click and jiggle. He's like, no. Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Ooh, that's 17 on the dice. Where's my persuasion? Oh, I just have a +5 in persuasion, so that's.
Whoa.
That's 22.
That's
Jesus
22.
Christ. Math.
You see the door jiggles open, and the other guy that you see one guy is like keys indoor, like
Yeah.
opening it and swinging it open,
Ready to
and the
go.
other guy has his hand on top of his arm, pulling him back. And he goes, "Well, shit, it's already open." And they swing it open, and they point upwards and say, "Don't try anything stupid. We have your friend here."
I'm on a boat in the middle of nowhere. I don't really have a choice but to not do anything stupid.
That's all I'm supposed to say.
Fair enough. You're just doing your job, and she pats his arm real quick and then, like, kind of speed walks towards the stairs.
And you see the other guy goes into your room and starts looking around at the floor and the ceiling, like, where's the mess?
There's no mess, stupid. Anyway.
he rolled a nat 1,
Oh my god.
so he completely believes
That there might be a mess in there.
that there might be a mess in here.
It's like she's like a cat and just threw up underneath the bed where you can't find it or see it. That's
Tiny little hairball.
well, she is a mouse anyway.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
As
go
you
up
make
deck.
your little mouse way up the stairs, you pass by what looks like the barracks that are under the top deck.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a lot of hammocks, a lot of conserving of space, as you feel like there are fucking hundreds of people on this ship. God damn.
Yeah, like, why the fuck would I try anything? There's 100 people here that have, like, their eyes trained on me. What am I gonna do?
This simple floor of the deck seems to go back for what seems like forever.
Oh my
And
god, it's the fucking Titanic.
you make your way up the stairs and find yourself in what looks to be a dining hall. It is almost like the Titanic, where it has scattered tables,
Yeah.
and fancy chairs, and this nice
Cruise
chandelier
liner.
that's
Yeah.
hanging above the stairs that almost spiral up. In this golden lined room, that seems to be where you would assume royalty or nobles might feast whenever they were eating. Right now, it is early evening.
Okay.
So you assume that maybe they might have dinner soon. But Rosalee, on her mission to the top deck, continues upwards.
Yeah, don't want to be in there when people file in.
Eventually, you do make it to the top deck.
Hey.
Where you are greeted by the setting sun.
I'm taking
something
a little bit
that
of
you
comfort in
haven't seen
Yeah.
for about 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been. Well, I've probably seen it through a porthole or something, but like.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
As you see that there is open sea all around you. And behind, as the sun sets, you do see that there's some personnel just kind of walking above deck. You see that there are stairs that lead to a higher elevation of the deck. Behind where the sun is. And you can see on the bow of the ship, there is your mother. As she stands there, smoking another one of these twigs, as I will call them now, as your sister, Evelyn,
ah shit, I gotta leave. Go back.
stands there, kind of agitatedly grumbling at her. It looks like it could turn into a yelling match if she said anything to set off her mom, but right now she's kind of towing the line.
Got you.
I figure she's found that line to tread.
She knows. She knows the safe area.
In short, you can see that your sister is aggravated about something.
Yeah.
And she's always aggravated about something, but
is this more so than
with the whole situation?
Yeah.
You feel like it's more so she's mad at your mother more focusedly right now.
Are there any barrels close by to them that I can probably, like, sneak up and listen?
Oh, yeah. There are barrels all around the ship.
Can I hide in a barrel and listen to their conversation?
Of fucking course. Roll stealth.
For sure. That's a modded 20. Despite not having sneaking ability, I'm a
you're
sneaky
as
motherfucker.
you walk up the stairs and
Yeah.
you see them both standing there, and then
I just
you're
go.
just kind of standing with your arms, with your like arms at your side,
Yeah.
shocked, and then and look
Looking around like
right,
the
left,
SpongeBob
and
caveman meme.
I will show you your mother's point of view.
Mhm.
Um, your mother, in the corner of her eye, sees a glimpse of Rosalee, and then blinks, and then looks in that spot, and you're gone. She is seeing the ghosts of Christmas past as
I drank my tea
slowly
in the
you
middle of that.
drop the lid of the barrel
Yeah.
over your head, and you look through this tiny little hole that's drilled into the side
Yeah.
as you join kind of a small barrel of beets that's like
I'll eat a beet.
almost out,
Yeah.
but like
It's
just
just
enough
enough for
room
me
for
to
you
sit
to
on.
lay in there,
Yeah. It's just
pick
for
up a
enough for me
beet,
to
and
sit
go
on
chomping
comfortably.
in.
Yeah. I just
Uh,
slowly start chewing on a beet.
it's earthy, that's for sure.
Lit. It's very bitter.
And
Not ripe yet.
as you listen in, and you can hear Evelyn going, "Mom, listen. You can't just interrupt my job like this. I know that you take your importance over my importance all the time. And what would you mean by that? I listen. I left home. I have duties. I want to be out on the sea. You know this. And why would you just take me off of my crew? Well, your father asked that the whole family be with us.
Gee, it's almost like everybody in the family is trying to get away from this bitch.
And what would he want with me? What do you mean? He's your father, dear. He just wants his family to be around.
Can
And
I
you see, she rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but you can feel
I
it.
can feel it, yeah. Can I
You can roll
that
insight,
statement?
yes.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a 4. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, your father loves his family. He's a family man.
Don't say that. I don't think that's entirely true. Man's sentimental. He wants everybody to be there. It's a family juncture.
And you hear her go, "What about Elijah? He's always there. He can put as much family love into him as he wants." Well, your brother is less of the face of the family at this point. And you see her go, "Yeah,
I probably also just kind of
sure."
in the same time just.
Rosalie, you know your brother as a basement dweller.
Oh no!
He is a recluse.
He's a Discord mod.
He's a Discord mod.
No.
And he still makes fun of you as if you were the freak of the family.
Bitch.
It's rough.
This motherfucker's a Discord moderator talking to his Discord kittens, bitch. Get a shower. I don't need you right now. Me, who was technically a moderator in a Discord not too long ago.
And you see Evelyn. She's kind of standing in a way you've never seen her do.
Mm-hmm.
She normally is a lot more sporadic with her movements, a lot more forceful with like every position she makes.
Mm-hmm.
Normally towards you,
Of
and it's
course.
scary. And but right now she kind of stands with purpose,
Yeah.
um, as if she's very taking her status as a Navy soldier very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but you see, after a while of her going back and forth with her mother, it kind of loosens up, and you see her go, "Ah, fine." And you see her like mumble and stomp off in the other direction towards the upper deck,
Mm-hmm.
as you see your mother just kind of grin and chuckle to herself, um, as she smokes off the bow of the ship. And
Interesting.
after a while, she just kind of flicks this lit twig into the sea and steps away in her loud clomping heels. She is in a different outfit. It's
Nice.
more of a flowy, enjoying the sea air.
It's more like a
Uh,
sundress or something like that.
yeah, more of a sundress, but she is still in heels.
Yeah, makes sense.
She never goes lower.
She's trying to make herself a 5 foot something, when we all
Indeed.
know she is 4 foot
We
something.
all know. But she walks away, and Rosalie, you hear that the ship is almost a ringing
Mm-hmm.
sounds out, and
Chow time.
you have heard this a few times down in the small cell you were in,
Mm-hmm.
and you can assume, as this happens 3 times a day, this is the dinner bell.
Nice.
As you see your mother go ahead and walk down the stairs to the lower deck, and you are
In a barrel.
left alone in a barrel of beets.
Okay. I'm gonna peek my head out of the barrel real quick to see if there's anybody else around. Um, and if there's not a lot of people around, or if there's like not at all, I'll probably climb out of the barrel.
You won't even roll perception. There's no one really around, but you can see that a light is on around the upper deck,
Mm-hmm.
where you can assume the helm of the ship is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can assume there's still some guards on duty
No,
up
yeah, there's
there,
still some guards. It's just,
but you're practically alone.
yeah. Um, and it's starting to become nighttime, right?
Indeed.
Moon's all rising.
The moon is already in the sky,
Ah,
as it
shit.
normally is,
Fair enough.
but it's not like dark enough to be considered night.
No, yeah. I love how I like went into my character sheet and looked at my inventory. I'm like, why is all my shit off of me? And I'm like, oh wait, wait a minute. Yeah, they wouldn't
They
leave me
did
with my
take your
shit.
shit.
I'm a dumbass. Anyway, me sitting here, where's my shit? Oh yeah, they have my
Oh
shit.
crap! Where's my shit?
I wonder. Anyway. My fucking box of teas back on the island. Actually, it's burned. I'm gonna get rid of this.
So tough.
My tea! Do I still have at least my crit coin on me?
Roll luck.
Ah, shit! Oh, that's a 13.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yay.
You realize that your crit coin is in the back pocket
It's still on me.
of
Hell
the
yeah.
pants that you wore yesterday,
I'll
and
always
they
have
are
my crit coin.
downstairs.
It's not
So
on
always
me, but
have your,
it's in the
it's
room.
not on you right now.
Okay, got you. It just looks like a random ass coin, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I know. Haven't used it, but I know. There was ample time to use it, and I forgot that it was there.
Would have been very
It
useful,
would have
huh?
been.
It's almost like I gave it to you for a reason.
Hmm.
Anyways.
It's almost like it's a useful item that I can use at any point in the fucking campaign for
Hmm.
battles. More specifically for battles, but oh well. It's fine. It's okay. Alrighty. So yeah. Um, from
Anyways,
here,
yes,
am I
you're out on the
able
deck.
to tell how many days it's gonna take to get?
Rosalee, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna try to use the stars for this shit.
Hmm. I'll say you can roll either religion or
Okay.
survival.
Fair enough, that makes sense to me. Where's my religion? What is that? Okay, I'll use my religion. Okay, well. That's an 11. Had to do math.
You you look up to the sky and try and notice stars that you've seen before,
Remember, I've been
and
below deck for 3 days, so.
as the light is still adjusting to your eyes,
It's not even that, I just don't know where the fuck
you
I am
can
in the middle of the fucking sea.
kind of see a light shimmer of the stars you normally see surrounding your moon.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the night sky does not change. Um,
Oh.
in the night, the stars do not change constellation.
Mm-hmm.
It is always the same position every night. Uh, and it almost leads you where you are, anywhere in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, you can't really see the stars, as it's not hard nighttime. It's still
It's
entering
still, yeah.
evening, so you can see the moon. There's not much else going on to point you in a direction,
Mm-hmm.
but you can feel the wind, and that it is going against your ship.
Mm-hmm.
So you assume that you're not going as fast as you could.
Okay.
Maybe 6, maybe 5 days. Who knows?
Got you, got you. Could be locked down there for another 5 days. Cool. Good to know. Actually, then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of look up to the moon then, after that. And just send a little prayer to Helena, if she's even listening. She's there, but she might be taking calls with some other people. The line's busy. She'll get to my message soon. Just a small prayer of just, that Celia will be okay. And that, you know, like, even if I don't forgive the people on the island, that, at least show them a little bit of grace in rebuilding their town and also for the rest of the crew to rebuild their boat.
Hmm.
Or at least try to get off the island and that they're safe. I'm mad at them, but still, they're still in danger there.
True. Mm-hmm.
I can I'm like, I can quote unquote forgive, but I'll never forget.
You spend your time with the wind in your hair on the deck of the ship with your goddess.
Mhm.
As
If my mom comes up,
you
oh
feel
well.
your message has been heard.
Nice. If my mom comes up, oh well. That's just how it's gonna be.
Your mom busy
My mom busy eating.
eating.
Alrighty. So as I'm walking back, what else is on the deck? I know that there's guards, but I'm not too concerned about them right now, which is surprising, but...
You can see that the top deck is huge. Um, it consists of
Very
the
big.
body of the ship connecting to one of the masts, one of the largest, that seems to go backwards,
Mm-hmm.
connecting to this big, what looks like another room that could be below deck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot like your guys' ship, where you had many rooms above deck.
Yeah,
This one seems to have many as well.
but below.
Uh,
Or just
no,
on deck.
above deck as well.
Oh, got you.
As it goes backwards a little while until it meets the tail of the ship that seems to have some sort of like balcony that you can't really reach, but you can kind of wrap around the side
Mm-hmm.
on the railings and kind of notice it's there. And you can assume this might be the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
And other rooms that you pass by have these porthole windows to them. Inside, you can see there's this one soldier just kind of leaning back in a chair, smoking. He looks like he fell asleep.
Mm.
Pretty chill.
Man fell
Uh,
asleep smoking. That's a health hazard.
it is. And the rest of the rooms are dark. You cannot see much into them.
Mm-hmm.
But as you get to the further back area, you see that there's another staircase that is smaller than the deck stairs that leads up to what you can assume is the helm of the ship, where
Mm-hmm.
a few guards are just kind of walking around.
Got you. Is the crow's nest up there too, or is it in the middle of the?
The crow's nest is closer to the main deck.
Yeah.
It is connected to the larger mast.
Mm-hmm. Part of me wants to pull a prank on these people and just sleep up in the crow's nest.
Roll a wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna start using.
It was a bad idea.
I'm gonna start using these.
See if it's a bad idea or not.
Mm,
It's an 8.
that would be kind of funny.
It would be funny. I'm not gonna do it, but it would be funny. Just start using wisdom saving throws to be like, hey, is this a good idea?
And they're not working. I was trying to trial run them here. They're not working.
Listen, it's just funny. Here's the thing. I personally will not act on stupid ideas like that. That's the difference. If you did it with the other group, they might, take to that. And especially if they roll well. But
above game, Ariel.
Mhm.
If there's a crow's nest,
Mhm.
they have men positioned in the crow's nest.
I'm more than aware of that.
Okay, cool.
I am more than aware of that. The thing is,
There's already people up
I was
there,
saying
man.
that as a joke above game.
Okay.
I'm not actually that stupid. Okay. In other times, yes, I am that stupid, but not right now.
Oh man, wisdom saving throws help me.
Again, I have stupid ideas, or I have ideas in general. I have the wisdom saving throw in my own head. Depending if I act
Glad to
on them
hear
or
it.
not.
You've got both the brain cells.
I have both the brain cells right now, and it's scary. Currently, the one that has ideas is taking a nap. It's not being used right now. The other one that is the common sense one, that one's on full-time alert.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Probably just take a couple beats that was from that barrel, and then head below deck. Just shove them in my pocket and leave. If I can head to the kitchen, I'll steal like an apple or something. But
Yeah, you head back to the barrel, open it
hmm
up, grab yourself a beet or two, and make your way down the
I don't know
stairs.
what they feeding me.
You know that they've been feeding you kind of slop almost.
Yeah.
It's what you'd imagine they're feeding the soldiers.
Oh.
So
Wait, for the kitchen. Yeah, sorry.
either they're being rude or
That's just what they have on
uh,
hand.
that's just what they have on hand.
For the kitchen, do I know that I have to go through the dining room in order to get to the kitchen, or is there another way around?
Um,
Or I guess not the
go ahead
kitchen.
and roll.
Storage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wouldn't be the kitchen. Um,
roll investigation.
okay. Thank God for halfling luck.
Love those net
Where's
ones.
investigation? Oh, I got really excited for a hot second because I looked at intimidation and that was a really high modifier, but it's not.
Why?
It's 16 for investigation. I have a really high charisma. And for some reason,
You
intimidation is like a specialty of mine, or like I have proficiency with it, which I don't know how.
you head around to the left side of the back of the ship,
It's
kind of
because
just
I'm
looking
white.
around on the top deck for any other mode
Mm-hmm.
of traveling between levels. And you see that there is a second staircase, uh, almost behind the ship,
Yeah.
except on the side wing, that goes down to the back where you can assume the lower class sailors are at, kind
Mm-hmm.
of like the janitor um, that would have cleaned up your puke if it existed.
If it was
Uh,
there.
kind of like the servants that keep the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And you would assume that this would lead to the kitchen.
Okay. I am.
Would you like to make your way down?
Yeah, I'll make my way down. Just because if it does lead to the kitchen, there should be either, first off, just food that I can take, or it's going to lead
Indeed.
to another storage area where all the food is actually kept. So,
Rosalie trying to break into the food vault.
listen! I have been eating slop for 3 days! I have been
You
eating slop for 3 days. I want like an apple or something. All I have are beets right now. I want something crisp. Give me an orange.
okay?
Give me something.
You also realize the slop might have something to do with your unconscious crewmate
You know what? I'm
who
like, I can feed
can't
her
eat
some of it
solid
so she's
food.
sustainable, but like,
So they were like, we'll kill two birds with one stone.
just give him slop.
Uh, we'll give them slop, and then they can both eat.
Go half and half on the slop.
But you make your way down these stairs, and as you walk past like this small window, uh, get a glimpse of servers
Mm-hmm.
and cooks just kind of clattering around in the kitchen. As you make your way into a room that looks like a small storage container, it looks like the janitor's office.
Mm.
That small little room that they're always given.
Yeah, the little
That
like closet. Yeah.
yeah, small closet inside the kitchen. As you creak the door open, and you can see servers going back and forth, uh, just kind of
Pretty neat.
almost in a rush.
Uh huh.
As you see one of them runs by, and she goes, she's a small halfling girl
Mm-hmm.
uh, that is carrying many plates on her head,
Oh.
balancing them out with her hands. And she goes, she said she didn't like it. And you see this large half orc chef with this hat
Mm-hmm.
on that seems to touch the ceiling of the kitchen goes, How? I don't know. She didn't like it.
What is she holding? Like, what is
That's
the food?
that's our highest order. Everyone likes it. And you see this girl is holding up what looks like a rare bird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you would know this as a skyfish. Um, these are known to just kind of fly in the clouds
Mm.
along the sea, and they're very, very hard to acquire,
Mm-hmm.
but they're known to be very delicious. And from context clues, you can assume that either Evelyn or your mother very much doesn't like this meal.
Yeah. Can I infer
If
as to
anything,
why? Can I inquiry as to why,
go ahead
maybe?
and roll an insight.
That's 16.
Rosalie, you know your mother to go to almost any restaurant
Mm-hmm.
or any dining situation that you're in and have it not be good enough for her.
Fair.
Almost every time.
As for Evelyn?
As for Evelyn, you know her to be a picky eater, but she's not that bad. Normally at the dinner table, she's just kind of chowing down on everything she wants,
Yeah.
and then pushes the plate away, and then leaves.
Fair enough.
You can assume this is your mother
Yeah.
being annoying.
I kind of just shake my head at that, just like, God damn it. God damn it, Mom. Giving these people a
And you
hard
see
time.
them all start to scramble around and try and throw something together to appease your mother.
Give her Ratatouille, make her like the critic from fucking... make her
You
Antoniga.
see her childhood.
Give her something simple, the peasant dish.
Make her see the era of her ways. Era of her ways.
Maybe she'll learn
She
some
will
compassion.
With that roll, I don't think so. Anyways.
No, yeah.
You see they're struggling.
Do they leave the bird? Like...
They do. You do see her drop these plates in the sink. The one with the food on it, specifically, she like puts on the counter and just kind of moves it to the side, like, "I'm eating you later."
Oh.
Like, there's no way she was gonna waste that.
Yeah.
Also, they respect food here.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does leave it on the table.
Well, now I don't want to take it. She's gonna eat it. I don't want to take it now.
You do see a door open to the left side of the room, almost aligned with the door you came through.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to lead down, and you can assume that's kind of where they're getting the food from.
Yeah.
Might be a storage room, might be connected to the barracks, not really sure.
I'm gonna just get lost on the ship. Let's head down!
You go ahead and make your way past them as they are completely distracted dealing with this situation.
He just walks on by. Hey guys, bye.
On your way by, just kind of grab an apple off the table, as there's a bundle of them just kind of sitting in a basket.
I am thieving my way through this right now.
As you have switched out your beats for an apple, you chew on it as you walk down the stairs.
I reclassed. I'm no longer a paladin. I am a rogue.
As you find yourself in the storage room,
Okay.
where there's seems to be a heap of equipment,
Mm-hmm.
a heap of like weapons kind of
my shit
sprawled
down
throughout
here?
the walls, and you do see your shit down here.
Oh my god.
Your
I'm not gonna
backpack
take
full of
everything.
all your materials,
Yeah.
your weapons and your armor, also sitting next to it. You see that these have kind of been haphazardly, just kind of thrown down.
Bitches. Do I
No
still have
one
my gloves
really.
on, or is that over here too?
You do not have your gloves on.
Shit! Alright.
You can find your gloves in this heap of your stuff for
Yeah,
you to
but I
see.
don't think that's a good idea, taking them, in case she comes back and be like, hey, yo, why you got your gloves? Um... I
Yes.
might just take a dagger. Just one and, like, hide it. Like, have it on, like, a belt loop or something like that.
Cool,
And then
cool.
hide it underneath my shirt. If that's okay with you.
That is all right with me.
Okay.
I can't control you there. That's your shit.
That's completely fair. Like, because
And
like,
as you,
yeah. Again, my thinking is just like, well, if I take all of my shit, I'm gonna have all of it on me, so I have my fucking shield on my back. You know? The long sword that I took from the guy. And I'm gonna have that all in my room with me, and my mom's gonna walk up and be like, how the fuck did you get all this? I'm like, I don't know.
oh no,
Chaos. Like, chaos magic. It's like when a kid gets caught with, like, cookies or some shit, it's just like, how'd you get that? I don't know.
chaos magic.
I don't know. I just found it. I just found all this shit. You know, it's
I
like,
found it.
I found it. How'd you find it? You're not allowed to leave your room. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably take the dagger.
Yeah,
Um,
go ahead and store that
yeah,
dagger.
just the dagger. But I'm gonna put all the shit in my backpack, or at least what I can pack, so that way it's just a quick grab, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
if need be. It's like easy transport, all of that in a bag.
Yeah. You go ahead and grab your stuff, pack it in the bag. You
Mm-hmm.
grab a dagger,
Keep it in my pocket.
and
Not really pocket, but
as you're standing down there, and you're packing all this stuff, you do. This room does go down like layers. It seems to almost be like a locker room,
mm-hmm.
except with materials. You can see that further down, past one of the aisles, almost.
Yeah,
There's a food aisle, there's a weapons aisle, there is raw materials,
got you.
just a litany of things.
Litany
Um,
things, got you.
and as you're standing down here, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
Oh shit.
Uh, would you like to hide?
Yeah, I would like to hide in box.
Real stealth.
Oh shit, that one's not as good. That's a 12.
Well, my rolls are not on today.
Hell yeah!
Cutting that one.
Oh my god, again?
You see,
You're taking all the luck that I had last Friday when I got a lot of nat 20s.
God damn.
And I was DMing.
You see, it's this orc chef, half orc chef,
Mm-hmm.
as he's stumbling down the staircase,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of slips on the last few,
Yeah.
and his leg goes flying forwards, and he
Oh.
just like rams his ass into the stairs like 3 times, as you can hear the thump thump thump.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, oh my back.
I want to
Oh,
help
it's
him,
fine.
but I don't think
Oh,
that's
it's
good.
fine." And you see him just kind of stretch and get up.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it? As you see him run to the food area, just kind of move around boxes.
Yeah.
He, he picks up the box you're in, and Rosalee, you're in a box that is full of what seems like just balls of lettuce.
Okay.
As he picks you up and puts you down to the side, and he picks up another box, and he goes, "Oh, yes, yes, this will do, this will do." Um, and you see him carry it almost like it weighs nothing, but you can hear all the movement in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of puts it on his shoulder and heads back up the stairs, stopping at the first few to kind of catch the railing and then go, okay. Ugh.
Scared I was about to
And-
be carried up for a second. I was like,
After a while, he is gone.
otherwise I would have started to help cook or something. Just be like, you know what? I think she'll like this, and start just making something.
No, you're slinking around
Yeah.
like the little mouse.
I'm short though, she can't see. I am slinking around like the little mouse I am. Being
Like that
so
little mouse
sneaky.
as you open the top and just kind of see a little rat run by.
Hi. It's a rat, not
They
a
make
mouse.
it on chips. Nope, that's a rat.
It's a rat.
At first you're like, I'm like a mouse. And then you see something moving and you're like, ah, it's a mouse. No, that's a rat.
Bigger and like more terrifying and gross. It's just like, oh look, a mouse. Not a mouse, not a mouse. Goodbye, goodbye. Alrighty. Well, at this point, I think I should be making my way back to the room. After stealing a few apples and getting a dagger. And also probably like, I don't know, an orange, but
Mm-hmm.
so I don't get scurvy. So I haven't
True.
been getting any vitamin D or vitamin C at all. So
You have no idea what you've been getting.
I don't know what's in this.
But yeah, you go ahead and grab yourself.
Yeah. So I have
few
like
snacks for the
2
road.
beets, probably 2 apples, and an orange.
I'll say 2 oranges.
2 oranges.
2 beets,
Damn,
2
I got
apples,
2
good.
each. 2 of each. All in my pocket.
Yep.
Spill it out everywhere. Oh.
Every step another one falls.
No.
Uh,
I'm like bumbling all the apples and shit, just like, please.
yeah. As you get out of this box
Yeah.
and you head down the aisles of this room,
Mhm.
you see that there is a door at the end
Yeah.
that through a small window that you see a larger window is above the door, but a small window is also at a lower level that you can see through.
Nice. Accommodation.
Into a room that looks a lot like the sleeping room that you saw before. That looks like it's meant to accommodate the soldiers.
Yeah.
And you can see that it looks like no one's in there right now. You do see that a few of the hammocks are taken,
Mm-hmm.
as you see some of them are asleep further down. But for right now, there's not much movement.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make my way again back to, I guess, my cell where I'm staying at.
Alrighty. You go through the door.
Yeah. As quietly as possible.
Roll stealth.
That one is less as good. That's an 11. I'm just slowly getting worse. I have all these apples. They're falling out of my pockets.
Rosalee, as you're tiptoeing your way through, making your way like a little mouse, you go past a hammock with what seems like a soldier is sleeping in, turned around the other way.
Mhm.
You've passed by some hammocks earlier that had some guys in them. You're just trying to like keep really quiet after seeing them, and as you're going through, between your legs runs that same little rat. And as it sprints by, you jump up and
Smack my
apple
head on it. Oh.
falls out of your hands onto the floor. As you see a soldier rolls around
Mm-hmm.
and locks eyes with you.
Is it the same guy that was helping me before?
And you see it is the same guy that thought you puked downstairs.
Got you. Alrighty. I just say, like, I look at him and I smile a little bit. And I pick up the apple that fell and just kind of like hand it to him.
What are you doing in here?
Trying to head back to my room.
Oh. Apparently.
Mm.
Did you puke?
Off the side of the deck, luckily, so thank you for that.
Hmm. Roll a deception.
Okay. Can I get advantage because he's sleepy? You don't have to give it to me. I'm wondering.
I will say that nat 20 and the nat 1 from before, I think it was just the nat 1 that he had. I'll say from the nat 1 before, he completely believes you're going to throw up.
Okay.
So I'll give you advantage for that.
Okay. Okay, that's a bit better then. That's a 16. I rolled a 10, but I was like, can I... Beforehand, I rolled a 10, so that's a 16 now.
I think I would have smelled that.
The puke off the side of the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd have
You
excellent
get a lot of
senses to
smells
smell.
in the sea, and any difference you can tell. I know. I've been here for 16 years. As you see, he kind of stretches and climbs out of this barrack. This
I grab my apple.
very tall, like, human man, still with his armor on, as you see he grabs a flintlock and points it at you and goes, "Get back to your quarters."
I was heading that direction anyway.
And give me that. And you see he grabs 2 of your apples and 1 of your beets.
Damn.
And an orange.
Damn. I was gonna give him 1 anyway. Damn.
You get enough of our food already. And you see
you
this
can
guy
enjoy it.
trails you back.
Yeah.
You rolled a modded 20 on the.
Damn. Bitch does better when he's sleepy.
He does better when he's sleepy.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, he leads you back down to your quarters. And then after you get inside, you walk past 2 other guys that are stationed there, and they're like really confused.
They're like, how the fuck did this happen?
Open the door.
Yeah.
And we're like, wasn't she? I won't say anything. And you see this guy closes the door, and just kind of knocks one of them on the head, and then walks away, holding a bunch of fruit.
Yeah.
That they're double confused about.
I'm gonna just sit in the corner and start eating my apple. Or no, not my apple, my orange.
As you saved an orange and a beet in your.
He took both of my apples?
He took both of your apples.
Motherfucker!
I'm sorry.
I wanted at least 1 apple. It's fine. I'll just take the orange. It's okay.
You gotta bite. You gotta bite.
I got a bite of an apple. I was like eating it on the way over, and so like you just heard the crunch, and it dropped the apple as the rat ran across. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna eat my my orange then, and just sit in the corner next to the bed.
And as you sit there,
hide the rest of my fruit. Well, I guess my beet underneath it.
You hide your spoils.
I hide my beet.
And slowly but surely drift off to sleep. As the hours pass, you realize that dinner never came for you.
Motherfucker.
And you kind of get the idea that you probably spread the message, and you drift off to sleep with that bastard's image still in your head.
Him just looking me dead in the eyes.
Your new rival.
That guy's dying first. Anyway. Fuck my mom and my sister.
My
No,
parents,
that guy.
sister,
That man is dying first.
I'm killing him. And as the days travel on, I will say each day you can do one thing.
Okay.
As they are a little more strict on you leaving. You hear over a few days the chatter changes to "Don't let her out. She's gonna eat all our food."
Listen, I am hungry. I only
and
stole like
you hear
2
them
beats.
go. You hear them go. Well, we don't eat a lot of it anyways. It's mostly for the nobles. And then they go, well,
I was
they
trying
would
to
kill
steal
us if
some
we
for
didn't.
y'all, bro. Anyway. I was gonna give that man one of my apples. That's fucked up.
And so you can tell they're a little more strict on you leaving. And I'll allow you to choose to do one thing each day as they pass on. The first day after you wake up, Celia still in the same position, still breathing in the same succession.
Got you.
And you...
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
You do see that some of that same kind of slop was left at your front door.
Now I got a nice beet to season it with.
Nice.
Nice. Just use it like a spoon. This day I choose to throw up outside of the porthole, like actually. Just kidding.
Where? You throw up.
No, I'm kidding.
On to the next.
On to the next day. No, I wanted to see. So I read the book about the sigils, right? With that in mind, and now that I have, I guess, a little bit more time to, I guess, study Celia as she's passed out, would I be able to know, like, at least a little bit more as to how they work? Seeing both the effects and also reading up on it a little bit? Like, first off, seeing the crystal and seeing her in her catatonic state.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Arcana. Nope, that's a 7. I don't know shit.
You have a lot of strands, a lot of hints, a lot of clues to what the hell any of this could mean, but you can't really come to any conclusion.
I'm feeling a little nauseous down here. That makes sense.
Yeah, with being stuck in this room, getting kind of nauseous, losing kind of train of thought, not working out too well.
From the occasional throw up, you know. It only becomes a problem when I'm on a Navy ship. When we're on the actual boat, like our boat, it's not a problem.
I'm allergic to the Navy, actually.
I'm just allergic to the Navy. I'm allergic to my mom.
I'm allergic to family.
Which makes found family shit a lot harder.
Anyways,
okay, so I don't know shit then.
As the day rolls on, you spend your time trying to put together the pieces of this odd, arcane mystery.
And failing to do so.
And as the day rolls by, you hear the 2 guards walking away. And from what you normally hear is loud, clompy footsteps of
Mm-hmm.
2 other soldiers regaining the position of the last. But what you hear this time are the footsteps of only one person, a little lighter than the rest.
Is it a recognizable clompin?
It's a bit of a recognizable clompin.
Okay. I hide my beat.
Eating the second half of your beat like, no, no, no. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, hides it underneath Celia's pillow.
Celia feeling that in her dreams.
Like, what the fuck is that?
A few minutes pass. Going on like 20. And eventually, you hear. So, how's it going? And you hear Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get the sense in her voice that she's leaning against the door, trying to be nonchalant and
Mm-hmm.
cool girl.
Got you. Can I insight why the fuck she's down here?
Go ahead.
You're just trying to make nice conversation. What you doing? That's a 12.
You get the sense of your sister's kind of in a weird place, too.
Fair enough.
This isn't really her ship. She doesn't have a lot to do.
This is not her brigade or her region or
So
whatever.
maybe, yeah. So maybe she'll waste some time talking to her little sister.
Thanks. Can't wait for the bullying to start. I go ahead and also kind of lean against the door then. Or at least like sit leaning. Not a lot, I guess. It's just been me in this room with 3 books Mom, I guess, graciously gave me.
Well,
I say
like,
graciously lightly.
the only thing she knows about you is that you read. You're one of the only ones of us that went all the way through schooling.
I'm the only one that chooses to read, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Books have a lot of knowledge that, even if they are fiction or not, they can give you a lot of insight as to either who you are or how others think.
Oh, so profound. Ugh. That's the Rosalee. Anyways,
Still so close-minded, I see.
sure. Whatever the fuck that means. She goes, we've been told you went out on a family trip. At least that's what Mom and Pop are saying. But I don't really believe that, as it seems you've been hauled back here by force. And ironically, I swear, I've seen the ship we burned down before.
Well,
Little Rosalee got adventurous, huh?
you can only learn so much behind closed doors.
Hmm.
Besides, I found some things that I think Mom would find interesting, but they were unfortunately destroyed. Quote unquote,
Oh.
unfortunately for me.
And you all of a sudden care about Mon Pa's experimental nature? After what they did to us, I don't really think I could care a lick of fucking anything.
Well, after what they did with us, I'd prefer that it doesn't happen ever again.
Hmm.
So finding
Well, maybe if you
things...
didn't lick their boots all the time.
Maybe if you kept your head down, you can do more.
Eh, I've already made my way out.
Then how are you here?
And you see her kind of stutter. Well, this is just a setback. Nothing more.
Hmm.
After all, it's only a few days. Mother said at least.
It's always what she says.
Well, isn't that our lives?
I always kind of knew that even if I did leave, I'd always be right back. Well, and I just kind of gestured to the cell. I just didn't think it was so soon.
Yeah, didn't we all?
But hey, you get to walk around free at least. Well, as free as you can be.
As free as I can be. Concerning where I come from, not a lot of people here respect me past a certain surface level. But I will change that eventually.
If you keep your temper in check, then I'm sure you can be a great commander someday.
Oh, it always goes back to my temper with you people. Well, as long as you keep your sparky hands in check,
I just
things
smirk at
should
that a
go
little bit.
swimmingly.
I smirk at that a little bit and then like cause like a little bit of like magic to just boop like in my hand. Just kind of be like Sparky and just flash it real quick.
Ooh, they are sparky.
Sparky.
And you see her kind of hear it behind the door, and she kind of slightly chuckles to herself. Anyways, try not to cause any trouble anymore. I'd like to stop hearing the soldiers accuse me of stealing all the food.
Listen, you can only eat slop so many days until you're tired of it.
Ain't that true?
And despite everything, Evelyn, I did miss your personality a little bit. Not the ass kicking, but still.
Well, that's when we were younger. I've changed a lot, would you know?
I wouldn't. I've been, well, busy.
You've been busy. That's a word for it. Either way, enjoy your stay, little sister.
Evelyn?
As you see. Oh,
Sorry.
huh?
How's Jasper?
That brat? Not really sure recently. I've been out sea for about a month now. But last I heard, he was still under apprenticeship of our Lord and Savior, Talon. So, probably still on track to his free road of lead of the head of the house. Nothing much. Why?
Hmm. Just always. I figured he knew about, well, me. I never really got a clear answer on that.
You know about you in what way?
Well, what our parents are trying to do with me.
Rosalee, our parents are practically the sad excuses for Valdax. I think the whole point they're even going through all this struggle is to reach that recognition they've never had before, or felt like they deserved. I think the whole idea of the thing is that no one really knows what's going on.
I'd rather keep it that way.
And I would too.
You probably should be heading on deck again. Mom will be worried.
Of course. And you hear her snap, and you hear clattering footsteps around the corner as they go, "Ma'am!" And you see them salute, or hear them at least,
The clanking of
as
the bell.
they kind of clank and then instantly stop. And you hear her do the same as she walks off, and they take their position at the front door once more.
I continue eating my beet.
And you pull your beat from under Celia's pillow.
Thanks, Celia.
Thank her for her sacrifice. And continue eating your beat.
Thank you for everything you do. And she's just laying there. She's an amazing gal. Trust.
And as the day rolls on, you fall asleep after feeding Celia some of the slop that was given. Maybe trying it out yourself and then being like, oh no, this is terrible. Going back to your beat.
I shall only eat beet. Slop is for Celia. She's asleep. She can't taste it.
She literally can't eat anything else.
Yeah, she can't eat anything else and she can't taste it, so that's all she's gonna get for now.
And the night rolls on into the next day. And what would you like to do?
I'm probably just gonna work on some sparring. Quote unquote sparring. Like,
Yeah.
shadow fighting, pretending I have a sword, just to work on form and such. That's all I can do.
Dagger stabbing.
No, I can't. I don't want people to know I have a dagger.
Fair, true.
I don't want people to know, and I'm assuming these bars that I'm behind are actual bars and not just a door.
No, it is a door. You are in a sealed off room.
Oh, okay.
Where you can't really see much going on outside. You do know that the door has like a slidey thing where they can open a window and look at you.
Got you.
But they haven't really used it so far.
I'm still not gonna take that chance.
Very fair.
I'd rather not.
And you go ahead and do some sword practice.
Work on
Would
my
you like
form.
to, like, I don't know, maybe use the leg of a chair as a makeshift sword? Or
can I? Oh my god, please.
You do have the one chair in your room.
I'm gonna break the chair. They hear just crashing. They're like, she's finally lost it.
Roll strength. roll
19. Oh, my dice.
Oh yeah. You flip this chair over,
Yeah.
put a leg on top of it, and rip this thing out as if it's like a piece of a living creature that you're
essentially, yeah, so essentially I just have like the chair against the wall, or like I have my back against the wall and I'm holding onto the leg of the chair, and I use my feet as I'm holding onto the leg and just kick as hard as I can, so the chair fucking rockets across the room.
And you hear it loudly crash against the side of the ship, and just splinter into pieces, and you do hear the guys behind the door like, oh my god, Oh my god, the prisoner's lost it.
Start screaming for no reason.
You see them bang on the door and go, "Hey, calm down in there."
Calm down in there.
She's completely stopped. I know, that's weird.
Can I use
No,
the
no.
leg just to hit the door as if I'm slamming my body against it to scare him?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll put the leg underneath the bed so they can't like see me with it, and I'll just slam my body against the door. Try and be like a bang to scare him.
Roll intimidation.
That's a 19 again.
Oh my god.
I'm a scary little Spitfire, bitch.
You're a terrifying little mouse.
I like bang my body against the door and like slam my fist against it real quick.
These guys open this like little hole in the door, this slidey thing, and peer through this window, and they look around and they can't find Rosalee.
Because I'm against the door.
The prisoner, she's gone. What do you mean she's gone?
I just start laughing. My laughter just echoes.
They hear a slight chuckle echo.
Yeah.
Goes, oh, she's still here. And then you bang against the door, and this guy jumps.
I just start laughing harder.
And the other guy goes, "Get a hold of yourself, man."
So yeah, Rosalee's just laughing, and she like falls back against like the floor and just like belly laughing at that.
And you see these guys walk away from the door as the other one is just kind of cradling himself. You don't see this, but
I can hear it. I know it. Yeah, I know it in my heart.
As they walk away, and you hear some other soldiers take their place. They're taking 5.
Yeah, Rosalee at this point is just belly laughing. With a broken chair on the side. They probably think she's absolutely lost it at this point because of the fact that she's laughing so hard.
Some feral beast that's crawling on the walls.
Unfortunately, I don't have a spider climb, so no. Or else I would. So. I would absolutely scare these people shitless. I would.
Some exorcist shit.
Terrify these people. Anyway, do they close the thing?
They do close it.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and practice with the light now. Hell yeah, just for shits and giggles, because I can't do much. I gotta have my fun somewhere. If that means scaring a guard, absolutely I would.
Alrighty. I will say roll athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a modded 20.
Ooh.
I had no idea what my fucking modifier was.
Your practice with this chair leg goes really well.
I'm assuming it's just like the size of a short sword or a long sword.
It is.
Short sword? Cool. Great. That's what I'm used to. I gotta get my hands on something for a long
Rosalee,
sword. Yeah?
You gain 1 point of inspiration.
Oh my god. Because I scared those people shitless. No, it's because I'm practicing with the leg, but still.
And practice your sword fighting.
It's because I'm practicing with the leg, but I would love it if it's because I scared those people.
It's a mix of both.
Yes! My best ideas come from when I'm alone. I guess acting alone, because...
Yeah, I guess that's closer. And as the day rolls on, you spend your time getting a little exercise in, doing a little swordplay.
Gotta keep fit.
and eventually you doze off to bed after eating what's left of your orange, I assume, or however you're rationing it.
Yeah. I probably
Along with
ate
the
like half
slop.
of the orange, half of the beet, half of the orange, half of the beet.
And the slop that just seems to be getting worse per day.
Yeah, it's because I had a taste of something good, and so my
You had
brain
to
was just
taste
like,
something good,
mm.
and now it's all fun.
Yeah, my brain was just like, we don't want that anymore. Don't give it to me. We got no choice.
And you doze off to sleep as you wake up the next day.
Using each orange slice as a fucking spoon to scoop it up. Hoping it turns good. It doesn't. Alrighty, next
Is there
day.
anything you would like to do?
So at this point, how many more days, according to my estimations?
According to your estimation, about 2 to 3 more days.
2 to 3 more days, got you. In here then. Those books that I was given, can I read the billionaire one? Guess just for shits and giggles, I want to read it.
Sure.
Like, I'll probably actually start reading them, like seeing what the fairy tale is and such, and the
Sure.
fast book, I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool, but also kind of shit. They
This is kind of shit fiction.
don't even have magic, do they?
They don't even have magic.
Nah, fucking
Like, what the
trash.
fuck's up
Throws
with
the book
that?
away.
What's
Fucking
up with that?
trash. Throws the
Throws
book.
that outside the ship.
I don't think anybody's gonna miss this. Throws it out the porthole. No,
Fuck
actually,
is this?
I'm like, I'll knock on the sliding, like, thing, right? I'll knock on it, and if they open it, I'm just gonna slide the book through it. Just here you go. I don't want this.
It just kind of slides through and then plops on the floor. They just kick it away.
Yeah, and I'll just go back to reading. Just here you
Oh
go.
shit, I really like that book.
I. Oh shit, that's a good book. What the fuck are you on about?
What book? Fast, dude. Have you not heard of Fast? And you see them start to clamor on about Fast.
What have I done? So yeah, I'll go ahead and just. First off, I think the fairy tale's shorter, so I'll read the fairy tale first and then move on to the other book. How to become a billionaire, I guess.
Rosalee, you go ahead and open the fairy tale book. And on the front cover, you read The Tale of the Fairy King. And go ahead and roll history.
Okay, that's an 8.
You have no idea why, but you feel like you've read this book before, or at least heard of it, or something or other. No clue, really.
Fairy King.
But
as I read, what is it about? Just give me a synopsis.
You read, a synopsis of this book is essentially the king of the fairies. He's essentially, in mythical history, known as the King of the Feywild. The Feywild and humanity had a beef one day that started a war, and
that sometimes.
the Fairy King, in an effort to save his family, sacrifices himself at the end of the book to take away the Feywild. And the book is essentially a cautionary tale about taking for granted the magical things in life, as the humans did, as they wanted to take more land and control the odd nature of the Feywild.
Yeah.
But the Fairy King took it all away, and now there was less magic in the world.
Can I actually read this fairy tale out loud as if I'm reading it to Celia?
Oh, sure.
Alright, I'll do that. Doing voices and shit, just for fun for myself, and also be like, I hope she's listening. I hope she's not just bored. I hope she had fun with with me scaring the people yesterday. Like, just read out loud.
Yeah,
The
go
guards can
ahead and
hear
read
it if
the
they
last
want.
story. The guards are not listening. They're
They're
talking
talking
about
about
fast.
fast, yeah, motherfuckers. Anyway.
It's so mainstream. Oh my god.
Motherfuckers. I'm gonna read about my fairy king, bitch. Anyway. Hey, it's Zorn, taking magic for granted. Anyway.
Mm. But as you get to the end of the book, you finish, and hmm, you kind of see Celia's ear like twitch, and it's done that before.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when she's like nervous or like listening intently or
Mm-hmm.
something, but it does. And
Interesting. I probably
the
saw it,
night,
like, out of the corner of my eye and was just like, hold up.
yeah, and I like, wait, what? Okay.
Okay.
And the night goes on, or the day rolls on into the night,
Hell yeah. Nighttime is
and
my time, bitch.
as the night, as it reaches night, you hear a bang on the door, and the thing opens. As your mother steps in, some soldiers walk into the room, and they go, "We are nearing our destination. Get ready to disembark." As your mother smiles to you,
Mm-hmm.
nods.
I grabbed my one other book and I'm like, alright, ready to go. I have nothing else in this cell. I have 2 books. I'm good. I'm ready.
Two books, an orange peel, and
My orange, my quarter of a beat. I'm like,
and a quarter of a beet. And you see some of the soldiers bring in what looks like an odd box gurney that they kind of
oh, for
pull
Celia.
Celia onto.
Yeah.
And they're not really being cautious with her, but they aren't being
Like
forceful.
forceful, yeah.
They're just kind of being efficient.
Yeah. Throws her.
Yeah, no, they chuck her on, and then put the
Like a
box on the
sack of
floor and kick it
potatoes.
across the floor.
Yeah.
But no, you see them bring her up to the top deck,
Mm-hmm.
and your mother signals for you to follow.
I probably would have tried to follow Celia out.
Yeah, your mother
Oh yeah.
signals
Okay,
for you to
sorry, yeah.
follow.
I thought okay, never mind. Sorry, continue.
Oh, sorry, I just said to follow as if it's her. Yeah,
No,
yeah, that
yeah,
makes
no,
sense.
yeah. I thought you meant to follow my mom, and I'm like, no, I want to follow Celia. Fuck my mom.
No, your mom was teasing you by saying, "Don't you want to follow your friend?"
Oh, got
But
you.
just
No, yeah, I'm following my
missed that
friend.
one.
Fuck you.
Um, and as you go past the dining hall, go past the barracks, and make it to the top deck,
Mm-hmm.
Rosalee, in the night sky, the first thing you see directly above you is the bold night sky with the moon. And as you make your way to the top deck and see the sea and the skyline, you're greeted with the island of Mianli.
Hell yeah. Is it as shitty as I remember?
This island,
Me personally, anyway, I know it's a probably grandiose island. I mean, personally, isn't as shitty as I remember.
this island is as shitty as you remember.
Yep. Grandiose, pompous motherfuckers. That's right.
Manly is a large island,
Yeah.
persisting of a coast city, um, a plains area that has a lot of the old native villages to the island, and what you know of as these big buildings that you just kind of know of as factories, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't know much else about it. You know it's owned by a branch of the Valdax.
Mm-hmm.
You can assume it's used to mass produce whatever stuff that's needed. And you do know that the Valdax are pretty big on their business model, almost.
Got you.
And as you see the city, let me try and find what I called this fucking place.
What, the port?
It is. It's not a port city,
No, yeah, it's
but
not a
it does
port
have
city,
a
but the
large
port,
port.
yeah. The port
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, but the port. Where the fuck? Oh my god.
How
I
are
have
you
so
on
much
time, by the way?
information.
Just asking.
On time.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing fine.
Okay, good. I just
Very
want to
cool.
double check. Because I don't have work until like 6:30, so I just want to double check.
Yeah. It's fine. We've got the 2 hours left.
Okay. Do you want a bathroom break, or you good?
Oh yeah, we can take a bathroom break if you'd like.
Okay. I just want to put my cup in the sink and stuff. Because I was done with my tea a while ago.
Same, honestly.
Okay, let me go put that in the sink and then I'll be right back. We're taking a short break, guys. Guys, as in me and you. Alright. Okay.
Alrighty.
Ready to go.
Ready to go?
I am. Are you?
Yes.
Lovely. Let's go.
Alrighty. We are brought back to Rosalee, seeing her home once more in a good month and a half. Welcome home. As Rosalee, you look out to the sea, and as you've seen before, it's this large island with a city attached to the coast.
Huh.
This is a little too epic.
It's funny because you say that, and on my character sheet, it's literally a ship coming into a coastal city. For the
Huh.
paladin specifically, I'll take a screenshot of it just so I can show you. But
That's,
it's pretty funny.
that is funny.
And I'm like, interesting, interesting.
I haven't heard this music in a long while, and I miss it.
I'm down for it. Fuck it. I need a
I
little
miss the
pep in my
casino
step.
music!
I need a little pep in my step, bro. Let's go. I'm all for that jazz, bro.
Where does it say that?
What?
Oh, it's literally. Oh, that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
literally. Look at the background, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Damn, is that Meowly?
No.
Damn it! That'd be funny though.
Mianli, a noble and residential island attached to a spellbinding city. The island is enraptured by bright flashes of magical prowess, inviting hues, and is all completely adjacent to the defensive line of ships that guard the outskirts of the island. As you see your ship passes by, what seems like a shield of Navy patrolled ships that seem to entangle the island, kind of just watching the waters, what you'd assume to be deterrents for pirates, for beasts, and whatnot.
Lovely.
And as you make it past the naval line, you are close enough to the city to see the lights shine in the night.
It's a beautiful city. Too bad it's a shit show.
It's a beautiful city, but all for those who aren't Rosalee.
Yeah. For all of those who aren't pirates, specifically, it's... I'll say that much, yeah.
The city lights seem to stretch the boundaries of art, architecture, and it has a taste to it that's so sorely tasted almost anywhere else. It's this riot of color splashed across the sky in the night.
Is this New York?
It does kind of give a New York feel.
Nice.
As if it's the Big Apple of the sea.
Why the fuck am I walking around with a fucking English accent then?
It very much is a noble city as well.
Fair enough, yeah.
And the magic lights splay over buildings that seem to bind around, and almost whole sides of buildings are painted in this magical glimmering. These illusions that kind of hang in midair, repeating their actions on endless loops, displaying what looks like business opportunities, products, different magical elixirs. It looks like a 1,000-way war between competing carnivals.
Got you.
But just advertising. From fishmongers to corner shops to curses to cheap and effective spells that are housed in what looks like predisposed wands. They're kind of like disposable charges.
Got you.
And above all this, herald the 3 towering structures in the city. The one at the center, Rosalee knows as the Valdak Estate. It's almost like this twisting, binding tower that nearly reaches into the sky just because of the elevation of the island. But it's pretty huge in itself. Next to the west of the island, down this spiraling nature of the city, lies the Edelard Estate, which is the second branch of the Valdaks. They're focused on education, advancing the sciences with enhancements in magic and arcana potential. They're essentially what you always heard growing up, the rivals to the Whisper Mouse.
Fair enough.
So they're kind of like who your father and mother hate.
Okay. And how is it spelled?
Adelard, Adelard.
Okay. I'm writing this down. Okay.
And further down this spiraling nature, Rosa knows as home the Whispermouse Estate, which is a 4 to 5 story building that is a tower like the rest,
Mm-hmm.
except it's not as large.
Got you.
You know these towers to be almost a sign of status,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the level of the city spiral.
Yeah.
The higher up you are, the higher you are in status.
Yep.
And with the Whisper Mouse estate being near the bottom, they have the smallest tower.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm hoping none of the clicky clackies are getting picked up by my mic.
It's fine.
Maybe for you? Alrighty.
And as your ship begins to make dock, you head towards the docks that you have been to before, that lead to this large wall um, that looks like it leads all the way up to the second floor of the island. You know this city has essentially 3 floors. Um, there's the bottom floor of the spiral, which is where the Whisper Mouse estate is.
Mm-hmm.
There's the second floor of the spiral that leads to the Edelard estate. And there's the third floor of the spiral, the very top center, which is the Valdak estate. And as you guys dock in to port 3, this large number 3 is painted on the side of what looks like an inviting,
Mm-hmm.
almost giant closet
Yeah.
that your ship rides into as this large door closes behind it, and the room begins to fill with water. As your ship is elevated from sea level up to the street level. It is then docked, and the bridge goes down, and you guys are given the wave to disembark.
God, this would be so fucking nice, but
This would be so fucking cool if you weren't here with your mom.
yeah. It'd be so fucking cool if I didn't feel like I can't breathe.
And as you guys begin to walk off the port, your mother looks back at you and says, "Welcome home. We will be headed back to the manor along with your friend. You're free to come with, or do whatever else the hell you like. Because either way, you're stuck here. For her." And as she nods her head to the side, you see these 2 soldiers walk by, carrying that same box gurney
Mm-hmm.
with Celia in it. And you see them place it on the floor, and you see what looks like some servants, like butlers,
Mm-hmm.
get this interchanged from the soldiers' hands to theirs as they pick it up and begin to walk off towards what you know as a chassis. This is a big metal sphere that's almost like a rail car
Okay.
connected to the street, which have these rails that are built into the floors that almost takes you up the streets
Mm-hmm.
through the spiral of the city, like an elevator, except without going up and down.
Yeah,
It just
I'm
goes
thinking
forward
of
and
the
back.
fuck, was it Jurassic World? Those like big glass
Almost.
balls, but it's like on a track.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, okay, got you. It's like one of
Except
those,
it's
yeah.
more crude steampunky
Yeah,
style.
yeah, yeah. It's more like robots then. That shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Nice. We're on the same page. Solid,
And
solid.
as they get in, you see your mother, after giving you that note, walks over to the chassis and gets in. You see Evelyn also
I want to
follows.
apologize. You can hear my brother laughing in the background.
I felt like.
He's watching once what is it? Once Upon a Whatever. It's a D&D campaign.
uh,
But it's like very very funny, very random. It's like our Wayward. Once Upon a Witchlight is what it's called.
ooh,
It's kind of like our Wayward type randomness, I
sick.
guess. So it's very dorky and funny. I've been watching a lot of TikToks on it. It's just really funny. Alrighty, sorry, continue.
So, with that, you are free to go wherever you want in the city.
Hell
You
yeah.
do know your way around, or you could simply go home.
Do I know if I'm allowed to take my backpack?
You do see that these soldiers did have your stuff in this gurney, along
Mm,
with Celia.
just watching it go along.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was going to be given back to you, though.
Fair enough. Um, let's see. What do I want to do then? Because I'm like, if I go into town, I'm just gonna drink something. I'm just gonna go to the tavern, like, straight up, and then, like, alright, cool, go home. But, I might wait until after, so. I'll probably just join them in the little chassis.
Alright. Rosalee, you go ahead and hop into the chassis.
Because I got no
And
money. I got no shit. I'm just.
I
I'm
will
just here
say,
with the skin on my back.
you don't have to roll anything for this, but
Okay.
you do remember how the city works in a way. Socially, at least.
Uh huh.
You know that the bottom spiral that you live on, uh, it is made up of the small amount of noble houses. There are about 3 others, other
Yeah.
than the Whispermouth estate. Um, and you know that a lot of the quote-unquote peasant life
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take too kindly to you being around.
Yeah, I know.
Um, they're pretty hostile for the most part, pretty rude. Um, so whenever you were a kid and you were just kind of exploring around the city, you would always skip the first level and go straight to the second level,
Mm-hmm.
where you weren't treated with hostility, but you were treated as if you were lower.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like choosing the best of two evils.
Yeah. It's either get treated like shit because I'm above people, quote unquote, or get treated like shit because I'm below people. But if I'm below, people won't tend to hurt me.
Exactly. You're less of a threat.
Yes.
And with that
That's
notion,
what they
you
think. Anyway.
exactly. With that notion, you hop into the chassis with your family as you all either avoid eye contact or stare daggers.
I probably would avoid eye contact. It's mainly those two that are in the thing together that are.
Your mother looking out this big circular glass window in the chassis
Mm-hmm.
as she smokes a twig, and your sister staring daggers at her.
Can I see if I, since I'm in close proximity, can I see if I can identify what's in that twig now, or?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Because I can smell it. Where's Arcana? 15.
Rosalie, you get an odd scent from this thing that, like, once it hits your nose, kind of gives you chills down your spine. You get the sense that this is almost like some sort of balancing buff. You get the sense that this is almost some sort of.
You know what? It's hot in here, but I'm closing my door. Hold on.
It's like a calming ritual. You're not sure if it's
not gonna
just kind
stop
of
it,
her
but
nerves.
it's gonna muffle it. Sorry.
You're not sure if it's just kind of her nerves, like weed or something. But it is some sort of calming nature.
Okay.
That kind of hits you deep.
Mm-hmm. Does it affect me in any way? Like, how I feel then? Like...
You do feel an odd sense of calm.
Okay.
Something unnatural in a way.
Got you.
But it reminds you of how unnatural you are.
Fair. That's completely fair. Sad noises.
And as this chassis revs up, you can see the outer spiral of it, or the outer sphere of it, seems to roll along this rail, while the inner part of it kind of just balances inside of it. So you're kind of kept suspended
a gimbal?
as it rides.
Is that what it's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this fun little ride that you remember as a kid.
Yay.
But now you've kind of read it so much, it's kind of worn off its magic.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get that little spark of like kitty wee.
That shit's fun.
When you feel like the balancing nature of it like a roller coaster.
Yeah, like it doesn't work or doesn't kick in right away and you're like, woo!
And as you guys roll up the streets, you can see a lot of crowd of people passing by. It is very, very busy. If you read fast, you might have learned about a weird fantasy place called New York that this really resembles. With the amassing of people, kind of going in and out of buildings.
If I read
all
it.
seem to be headed somewhere.
Yeah, got you. If I had read it, though.
If you had read it. You heard a little chatter of it by that one guy who really likes fast.
Makes sense.
And after a few minutes, a good 15, you make it up to the main street that leads to the Whispermouse estate. And the ball stops moving slowly, and then the door pops open and turns upwards. And you see your sister gets out first, your mother after her, and then the servants.
With
and then
Celia
you go ahead and walk out.
And then I walk out. Always putting myself last is how it be.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
What?
And as you get out of this car, down this long street, you see your family is walking, along with Celia. And at the end of it, you can see your home in the distance. This big stone and marble-y building. Standing on these decorative pillars that mimic the twisty nature of the large Valdak estate at the center of the city. Except your house seems to reach further back than all the others. It's more of a wider building than a taller building.
It fit.
Like the rest.
It thicky building.
Yeah, thick building.
It a thicky building compared to the rest of us. Cool.
Yeah, would you like to make your way home?
Yeah, might as well. I'd rather not go into the other states currently, just because I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. Might as well just
You
head
walk your way
home.
up to the fence, or your mother meets the fence first. The doors seem to swing open automatically. As you see, soldiers are planted on the outside and the inside of the gate. You walk through this large black gate that closes once more as you make your way through, and you're greeted with this large grassy lawn that you have
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't seem to ever be used.
With the
You've
lawn?
Yeah, you've played on it before, just kind of messing around, being your childhood self. But as you
Tackling
remember, a
children.
lot of the
Oh.
times,
Sorry.
a lot of the times you were out here, it was because your brother's friends were over,
Mm-hmm.
and they said you could play with them, but they didn't really want you to play with them. They just
Oh.
wanted you to be like the butt of their joke,
Yeah, that
or
makes sense.
the bad guy in all their games. And
That's what
whenever
younger
you played out
siblings
here
are
by
for.
yourself, whenever you played out here by yourself, uh, it was always with the maid,
Mm-hmm.
um, who maybe came outside and played a little catch with you, or tag, or hide and seek.
I never got to play catch with my dad, but at least I got that made.
But one of the days you played hide and seek, and you were a little too close to the fence, and some of the passerbys, who seemed to despise the nobles, threw rocks at you, shouted
Motherfuckers.
profanities at you, and it kind of scared you away from the lawn for a long while.
Trauma. Trauma's great.
And as you make it to the large darkwood doors of your home,
Mm-hmm.
you see a smaller one opens from the side, and out walks. Sorry, I fucking missed this. Okay. Out walks Fernies. This is Rosalee's main caretaker. She is the maid that has been with the family since Rosalee can remember. She is a.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I made her a long time ago. Oh,
Oh.
she is. What's the name? What's the name? What's the name?
What is her name? Can you spell it?
Oh, Fernies.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Fernize.
Bernice. Got you.
Fernies. Okay. She is a red tiefling.
Okay. Or I should get along with her as
She
well.
she wears this frilly maid dress that has like the big plump
Yeah.
sleeves.
Or I should get along with her well.
And she has these two horns that peek through
Mm-hmm.
her long black hair, along with her eyes being two very distinctly different colors.
Mm-hmm.
One bright yellow, one a deep blackish purple. And a few odd, almost electric scars that go up the right side of her neck. And what Rosalee has always assumed is she was a past experimental
Mm-hmm.
subject of her family who survived and was then given the role of helping raise Rosalee. She raised Rosalee with that sense of being wary of her uh, unwanted new abilities,
Mm-hmm.
but also understand that the people calling her, like at school, calling her a freak, or the people outside the walls that are scared of her for her nobility, that only really makes you family, more of family, to freaks like herself.
E.
And she told you to try and embrace it a little more, because you might find the other freaks that will join you.
And I have. However, they are now gone. I have found the other freaks. Unfortunately, I didn't stick around too long.
You remember your father always referring to her as the resilient one?
Mm. She
Out
fucking
of
survived.
the servants. Your father also refers to you as a resilient one sometimes. And as you make it closer to your front door, you see Fernice's face lights up. Rosalee, is that you?
I give like a little sheepish smile, like not because I'm like, it's like I'm happy to see her, of course, but also like, I'm back, yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, you're back. And you see her kind of look to the side and then look back at you, and she has a slight nervous face on, but it disappears almost instantly as your mother walks up and goes, "Show Rosalie to her room, along with her friend she brought home." And she walks past her, and these larger doors open up as these much larger, stronger, bodyguard-looking men open the door and go, "Welcome home, mistress." As she walks through, and you see her disappear into the house, and Fernice looks at you and goes, "Well, I'm I'm glad you're back." Ah. And she looks to the side again, and then just kind of leans in and goes,
Mm-hmm.
I, "What? What happened? What?"
I'll explain when we get to the room. And I just kind of like look around at kind of the guards a little bit.
And you see her signal to the other guys that are carrying Celia, and go, "Oh, seems you did bring a friend home."
Yeah, she's
And
kind of dead right now, but
she kind of gives like a questioning brow,
again,
and
I'll
then
explain.
shoves it up and turns around and walks into the house.
And I
As
just
you
can
follow
follow
her
you.
in, yep, you are back home. You
Hey, back home
in your
reluctantly.
in the mansion that you remember as a child. There are 4 floors, shaded with this darker stone, and then the outside marble that
Mm-hmm.
lines the building. Um, you know that this building is lined with these dark purplish hues along the walls,
Yeah.
with lavish paintings hung up. This deep red rug that runs through the entire building, except for certain places
Mm-hmm.
where sleeping quarters of servants, the courtyard, places that don't really need the rug.
Yeah.
And numerous pillars exist in the building that just kind of reach up high.
Mm-hmm.
You can assume for
It's probably
support
for
of
support.
the large structure that it is.
Because otherwise it just fucking topples over.
Yep, some reaching through rooms and appearing on different levels of the building. Rose's room is on the second floor, east wing of the manor. Evelyn's is right next door. Elijah's is much further down the east wing. The parents are on the west side of the building. You don't really have to write this down because I can remind you of it at any time.
I'm mainly writing down mine. I'm like my room, so that way it's like
yeah.
That way I just have it. So I don't have to ask you, like, I'm going to my room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that way if, like, Evelyn pops up, I won't be like, what the fuck? When did she get here? It's, like, literally... Her room is right next door. Anyway.
Yep. And as you make it up the stairs, following Ferniz and Celia, you are welcome to your room. That looks like it hasn't changed one bit. What would your room look like, Rosalee?
So her room's probably, like, very more, like, simple, I guess. Like, I would assume, like, her other family members, their room's a little bit more, like, gaudy and royal, noble. Hers is a lot more simple. It's probably just, like, a very, like, just a nice little bed, red sheets, a desk. Desk with like a few books to write in for like notes whenever she was in school or whatever. A little bookshelf with actual like
Actual
educational
books.
educational books. Fucking bullshit fiction books. And how to be a fucking billionaire. Fuck that shit.
But don't you wanna be a billionaire?
That shit is a scam and you know it. That shit's a scam if you don't apply it properly. Which she wouldn't.
Fair.
She probably wouldn't because she's like, I don't want to be a billionaire. Those people are assholes. Yeah, and then a little trunk or something for, like a little trunk and like I almost said cabinet, but it might as well be for a closet. Very very nice, simple and tidy. So yeah, she goes ahead and heads on in and like places down the 2 books I guess she was carrying from the room just on the table. And just kind of wait in to see where they put Celia.
Yeah. Ferniz walks in first, opening the door, and the men drop Celia onto the bed and carry away this small gurney. And Ferniz goes, would you leave us be, please? And you see them go off and head down the hallway and what looks like back down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Is there a beam in her room? Like the one that you said was the super beam?
There is, yes.
Okay. Whenever the door fully closes, Rosalee's just gonna take a really deep breath in and then immediately just punch the fucking beam. Like, she doesn't release anger all that often. So, this is probably like a first.
Roll damage?
No, it's more for flavor. I'm not actually trying to break the beam.
No. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay. What for punch? I punch
the unarmed strike.
D4 and plus whatever, right? Are we doing it? Are we ruling it like that, or are we just taking the number that's on there?
Yeah, I'll say D4. Why not?
Okay, D4 plus whatever. So that's me 6 damage.
Rosalee, as you swing your hand at this pillar, you've hated this pillar your whole life, damn it. It takes up a whole chunk of your fucking room.
I don't have a lot of room.
You're like near one of the corners of the wing. It doesn't even need to be suspended. You swing your fist into it. And as your fist swings into it, almost like punching a weird tube.
Okay.
It feels hollow.
Okay. That's weird.
That is weird.
Hmm. I will look into it
And
later.
you see, Fernice looks back as she is at your bed with Celia and goes, "Oh, you scared me a little bit. What? What's going on? I thought you'd, you know, made your way out."
What did they tell you?
Well, of course, they told everybody that you were on a family excursion, which, of course, is an obvious lie, uh, as is typical with the Valdek household. But there's not much I could have done to, you know, look into things a little bit more. But I'm glad you're okay. I feared the worst for a bit. And then one day found your mother muttering to herself about how you had the gall to leave. So I was very happy for you. Are,
Well, I'm
are
glad
you
you're
okay? What
happy.
happened?
I left mainly with the goal of not coming back.
I mean, of course.
Or at least not anytime
That's what I'd
soon.
hope. What what happened? Why were you brought back?
I'm not quite sure why they brought me back here quite yet. I think they're gonna get into it, hopefully soon. But I
I
mainly
hope
agreed,
not.
and I point to Celia. I mainly agreed because of her.
Oh,
Mom casted this spell of some kind, and so her soul's inside of a crystal, I guess.
oh, that's terrible, dear. I'm so sorry.
As far as I know, she's. My mom's the only real person that can actually bring her soul back and make sure she's safe.
Oh no, dear, no. And you see her almost lovingly, motherly, kind of pats the top of Celia's head.
Inside.
And you see Celia's ear twitch again.
Twitch.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Muddy 20.
You see that Fernice is almost going into her same mode that she always was with Rosalee after an experiment or after something painful or trauma that she goes through.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of has this motherly mode on top of her
Yeah,
friendly mode uh, to kind of help you get through it by supporting in the best way she can.
yeah.
Um, and for Rosalie specifically, it was kind of always this pat on her head uh, that was like this almost numbing feeling of loving.
The
Uh,
only love she ever got as a
it's
child.
it's that one nail thing in the hair that just like makes
Yeah.
you lose all
Brain
sense of
just. Brain
reality.
go burr. Yeah.
Yep, it's that.
Got you. And she kind of like looks at them and she walks on over to Fernice and Celia. And she takes Fernice's hands real quick. Kind of talks quietly. I might need you to do me a favor, at least when they bring her back.
Anything.
If you could. And I'll have to see if it's safe, but when I give the word, try and get her out of here. I'll stay for as long as I can, and for as long as it's safe, but she
Out
does
of
not need to be here.
out of here how,
I
dear?
don't know.
There's
I'll
not.
figure it out in time. I'll tell
I'm
you.
not
I'll
even
let you
sure how
know.
you made your way out of here, actually.
That,
But
when it comes to it, I'll explain. But in time, when I figure it out, all the pieces get laid out. I'll let you know how.
roll persuasion. She does care for you.
I know.
She is like your surrogate mother,
Yeah.
but this would be like battling the entire social status of the island.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, at least lead her to the fucking doors and explain. That's it. That's all I need. Then she can get out of here on her own, hopefully, if she knows how to. That'd be a 14. If it comes down to it. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but.
Okay, dear. Whenever you need, I'll do my best.
I'll, of course, try to do it, but if there's no other way, then I need somebody else to. And quite frankly, you're the only person that I really trust as of right now.
All as happy as that makes me, know that I will not leave you simply to let your friend get away. If I knew a way, I would have you both go.
Well,
Quite simple as that.
what I'm hoping is that at least if she's out, then some people can pick her up and if she can get away, then great. If she can't come back for me, then oh well, at least she's safe.
True. Maybe it'll derail whatever twisted plan is up next. Speaking of, I have heard some chatter lately about how deep your father is getting with his research.
What do you mean?
Apparently, at least from rumors I've heard, it has something to do with forces I don't really understand. Um, Things of gods and devils, and it's honestly quite frightening.
Oopsie.
But either way, I think soon your father will want to talk to you himself.
Oh boy.
He seems to love spilling to people all of the advancements. She squints her eyes. He has made and is going to make. Do you know of your father and his pride?
Yeah. He especially wants to make sure that, you know, he has his place here. Prove that he does.
Well, either way, I will be here if you need me. I don't know how you're brought here, if you're you're not in chains or anything, so I assume you're free to go wherever you'd like. But
We'll
I
see.
will be just around the corner whenever you need me.
She nods a little bit. If she gets up to leave, and head on out, like as she's at the door, um, I'll just kind of call out, um, Bernice,
Yes.
I did manage to find other freaks of my own. She quotes and quotes.
You see, her face goes from like a kind of a startled readiness after you called her name,
Mm-hmm.
um, to this soft smile
Mm-hmm.
as she kind of giggles.
She's like a
That's great,
little.
dear.
She has a little bittersweet smile.
Know that us freaks all have our irritable moments, but I hope they will do you well.
I hope so too, and I hope I can help them.
Hmm. And she turns away and walks outside of the door and goes down the hall. As the door to your room closes, and you're left to your own devices in your home.
Celia, why the fuck are you dead?
All alone.
All alone. No one to ride me. But you gotta have friends.
Friend.
Arise. Oh god. Can I assume when the fuck we're gonna have this family meeting?
You can assume it's probably in a few minutes
Fuck.
if you're home.
Yeah, I might as well just make my way down. I'll close the door. Celia, you stay here. Oh, who am I kidding? Close the door.
Celia, you stay here. Silent.
Celia, don't you go anywhere. Close his door.
Oh no.
That's fucked up, but it's funny. Anyway.
Uh,
Let's go see Dad.
and
Motherfucker.
you make it down the hallway.
I do, hopefully. Unless I get stopped.
And as you go forward, you pass by your sister exiting out of the room towards the west wing that you know of as your father's study.
Lovely.
And you see she's kind of irritably stomps off at the door and then kind of looks up. And then she has like this posture back and then walks towards you, looks up at you, and goes, uh, oh, hey.
How tall is she?
She is your height,
Okay.
but she was looking at the floor.
Fair enough. Okay, gotcha. I was like, that's why I was like, what the fuck? I would have figured. Anyway.
She just looks up from the floor. You're not tall.
I know. Any word as to what's going on?
I have no clue, but I thought I would discuss with Father about why I had to come here.
And?
And he gave me the same shit as he always does. Absolutely nothing. And you see her lose this posture and then stomp off. And you hear her room door slam closed.
Great. 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 And I just start walking towards the study.
Great, 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 great.
Cool. Okay. 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 Just opens door. Opens
And
door with a slight little
Rosalee,
knock.
you head towards your father's study and make your way in, giving a slight knock as you creak open the door. And when you knock on the door, you hear like shuffling of paper, uh, occasional glass breaks, and as you kind of creak open this door and open it wide, you see your father there toying with what looks like a brewing station, with many open books on the counter of his desk, in this kind of open layout room, with many stacks of books along the walls with these
Mm-hmm.
large bookcases, with the back of the room opening to a balcony that hangs over the courtyard in the back. And as he's flipping through these books, you can see he's like haphazardly throwing them open and like pages fly out and he
Mm-hmm.
goes, "Ah, damn it all," and like grabs all of them with like this open grip
Mm-hmm.
where he's just like bending all
Yeah.
the pages, looking through
She
everything.
steps inside and closes it a little bit. Hello to you too.
Rosalie, you step inside and step on shattered glass that cracks underneath your shoe, and you see him kind of jut, stop, and then look towards you, and it gives you this chill that you remember as a child. Um, Whenever you bothered your father or tried to get his attention when he was busy, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote, he would always scare you with the look he gave, as if you were interrupting some sort of flow he was in. And he would always get mad at you, but he would never pay enough attention to like really offend you or like hurt you or anything.
Oh,
He
it's just
just,
dad being dad.
yeah, but you were always sad.
Yeah. At this point, it's just like,
And
ah, yes, the usual routine.
as you walk in, he goes back to his books and he goes, "Ah, well,
Just to let you
hello,
know,
Rosalie."
you have two tracks playing at once.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it and I was just like, this sounds like it should be going. And then I heard the gaudy music again. I'm like, oh, well, that one's not supposed to.
That one's not supposed to be going.
Whoops. It's okay, it happens.
And as you walk in, you see that this large study is kind of had these tables and chairs that were just pushed over to the side wall, and all along the floor is scattered pages, um, uh, blank paper with these weird symbols and letters
Mm-hmm.
and words and scriptures written on them, along with broken glass from vials and elixirs that it looks like your father's just kind of going through.
Mm-hmm.
And in the dead center of the room, in this clearing, there are these scattered pages with the same scripture kind of written on them, along with these almost shapings made out of them,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like kind of like an art piece that's being pieced together, page by page. And you see that the very center of it is still empty. But the rest of the surroundings are just being constructed. Almost like your father's trying to build a spell.
Gotcha. Out of the components, can I recognize any one of them, like the...
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
11.
Nothing really strikes itself out to you. There are many jaded edges to this spell, it looks like, according to many of the runes that you looked over after finding out your different connections to them.
Yeah.
But this looks completely out of your field.
Gotcha.
And as you walk in, your father goes, hello, Rosalee. Welcome home.
See, you're always busy?
Busy is the state of all man, Rosalee. And you see him like turn a knob, and the glass that he has sitting in this brewery just explodes. And he whips to the side and goes, bastard! And he throws it off the table, and then reaches below, pulls out another stand, and restarts everything. And he goes, not sure what you were doing in your little excursion outside of Mianli, but it doesn't matter anymore. Soon we will finally reach what we've been working towards.
Which is?
Since your very birth. Oh. It's amazing. It's amazing, my Rose. It's amazing. And you see him going back to monitoring this tube that he's looking at. And he looks back and he goes, oh, yes. And he runs to the corner of the room where he then like drags this large barrel and he sets it down beside. And it has this built-in like tube to it with this nozzle on the front with a latch, and he pulls it up and connects it. And you see into this brewing stand this dark, viscous, moving liquid is poured into one of the vials.
I kind of like it's the shit from the...
Oh yeah.
Yep. I figured as much. I just kind of back up at that if that's the case.
He goes, and this is the key.
That, and I point to the barrel.
Yes. Ever since the unification, that day our world got much, much larger. Something has been spilling into ours. Something fantastic. It's what made you possible. And it's what will make our future even more so.
What exactly are you planning with this? And I mainly point to the vial that's being filled right now.
And as he unlatches it, and it stops flowing, he picks up the vial, and you can still see this liquid kind of stretching around and moving, and latching to the sides of the glass. And he goes, this magical liquid, it's nothing like we've ever seen before. It has a completely different nature to magic than anything else. And through intensive research, I've discovered it's one link to our past. It's one link to the world. It's one link to the gods.
Narrows eyes a little bit.
Rosalee, we are all a part of this. And we all must return to our point of origin. You see, through many of these pages, through history lost to time, there was once an island, you see. An island that worked towards advancing the future of mankind. An island that eventually turned its findings against the eye of the Legion army, and that was not very smart of them. Divisive on how their intelligence truly showed in their research. They were eradicated. Simply going against the Navy is not the best option. But, as where their island was lost, their research, at least the most important parts of it, were preserved. In these books lies the key to unlocking whatever information is held in here. Information that can weave and bend magic in a way I've never seen before. It's something inherent in our world. The ability to simply call upon the web of magic, as we so call it. And it's something you can do much easier than the rest. That is the reason you slip in between odd spells whenever you try and cast one. It's simply too easy for you to slip to the next. And it is with that data that we will reach true enlightenment. With this knowledge, Rosalee, we can save your friend. And with that, he just kind of stares at this liquid, almost like he's entranced by it, and goes, and with that, we could conquer death itself.
Planning on using that on her? I don't think it's a good idea.
No, you're not listening. It's not the liquid that will save us. It's what the liquid will unlock. There. And he reaches up his almost weird glass and fluid covered hands that he hasn't washed in what looks like days
Ew.
toward you, and points at your head In there is where all of our answers lie. And with this, as he turns around and walks towards a back table near the balcony, and you hear the as he sets down this glass vial on the counter, it now empty. As he pulls up what looks like an odd metal crown with each prong that points
Mm-hmm.
out of it holding this black essence that swirls and writhes around inside of it.
Slowly backs up towards the door.
And he goes, "Oh, don't be wary. In 7 days, our future will be found. The anniversary of the Day of Unity, where we celebrate our progress in the world. That day, the Whisper Mouse family will finally make its claim."
I gotta leave in 7 days. Gotcha. I gotta
And
dip within
the
7 days.
this crown, almost as these baubles that are sticking out of it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of reach towards you, Rosalie, at the other end of the room. It almost starts to get dark around you. It is nighttime, but you
Mm-hmm.
feel like the light's almost dim. As your father stands there with a deep grin. And you almost hear the crown call out to you. And you hear a tiny laugh as the lights come back and you're hit with a nope.
Yep. Just don't like it. Don't want it.
mm, mm,
Interesting.
mm,
Mm-mm.
interesting.
Mm-mm.
Tell me about it. Never.
Interesting. I gotta leave in at least 6 days. I gotta go. Guys, can you build that ship any faster? Thank you. If y'all could get me out of here, that'd be great.
I mean, who knows? They might be already done.
Who knows?
Only supposed.
We'll see.
Anyways,
Don't like that. Interesting.
your father just kind of entrancingly stares at it, his creation, and you leave the room
Mm-hmm.
completely shocked. And
Terrified.
roll an insight.
Insight?
Mhm.
Ooh, modded 20.
Rosalie, you hear that your father went with that. His specific words were,
Mm-hmm.
"With that information, we can save your friend."
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean he doesn't know how to save Celia?
Yeah.
You are hit with the sudden realization that your parents have been meddling with forces they don't understand. And while they have this ability to reap a soul,
They can't
they
put
may
it
not
back.
know an ability to put it back. and they were going to use that on you.
I'm gonna burn this entire place to the ground.
You are hit with an anger you've almost never felt before, as you know how reckless your family truly is.
I will burn this entire place to the ground. Not right now, but eventually.
And with that, what would you like to do?
Well, probably go back to my room and beat up that pole some more. Let's see, let's see. How's my brother doing? Let's go talk to him. Let's see what he knows. Let's go see what this incel knows.
You go back to your side of the house, walk past your room, past Evelyn's room, down this long hall uh, that ends at a window and some stairs that lead further down. And you know this as your brother's room, uh, but you don't normally go down here
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Ever since he just kind of grew up, and you feel like lost his friends after a while because they stopped visiting.
Mans has just been by himself.
Uh, and in this kind of dark, eerie basement feeling, you walk down the stairs, and to your right, knock on his door. Mm. Who, who is it?
Guess who?
Oh, gods. And what would the little midget want with me today?
Just wanted to see how you were.
Oh, I thank you for being courteous. And you see him open the door, and you're met with the sight of your older brother. Older than your sister, older than you. He is a halfling who seems to have almost been stretched out. He's got this little halfling like body,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you normally have, but he looks like he's grown past what he's supposed to. He looks morphed.
Mm.
From what you can assume, some experimental nature.
Gotcha.
And as he looks down at you, not by too big of an angle, he's only about like 5'2", but
Got you. It's still enough.
yeah. He looks down at you with pretty royal looking clothing, but they look so worn out. It looks like he's wearing rags.
Got you.
Man, he needs to change. Also, yeah, he does smell.
Interesting.
Man, he needs a change of skin. Oh.
Interesting.
And there stands in front of you your older brother Elijah.
By the smell, I could tell this was a mistake. Anyway. Well, do you have any more, I guess, what Mom and Dad been up to? Have they told you
Why,
anything?
first of all, Mom only comes down here to give me food on the odd occasion. Never cares to see my face. Father, he doesn't ever leave his study. Not recently, at least.
Hmm.
Why?
Just rather know what I'm getting myself into. Whatever information's better than none.
And what would you be getting yourself into? Rosalie, you get the sense that your brother has not left his room
Mm-hmm.
and literally didn't know you were gone.
This man truly is an incel. Holy fuck. This man don't know shit. Alright.
He has the stupidest, clueless face. With this like weird little almost half mustache, as like you can
Mm-hmm.
see his beard growing in, but
Mm-hmm.
like his halfling nature doesn't really let him grow too thick of a beard.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going through puberty, yet he's in his like late 20s.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't even have prestidigitation. Fuck.
That's tough.
Oh no. Fuck it, I'll burn him. Anyway, just kidding.
Fuck it, I'll kill him.
Fuck it, he don't need to live. It's okay.
Only D&D campaign where you literally just kill your whole family.
Where I want to, Jesus Christ. She just shakes her head at that, like, you know what? Stay clueless, it's fine. You know,
And
just never mind. And she just turns.
as she turns, she sees Ferniz walking down the stairs with a large tray of what looks like lunch or dinner.
Dinner, yeah?
Um, and you see your brother go, "Oh, finally, where were you?" And she goes, "Oh, my apologies. I was just gathering everything." And she brings this tray into his room. As she nods to you sweetly as she walks by. She puts it down on his table and then kind of walks up to you two and goes, "And what were you two chatting about?"
Nothing. She just sighs.
Well,
Just a defeated sigh, just. Oh.
and you see Elijah go, "Yeah, why would I ever talk to her?" And you see her look at Elijah and go, "Hey, be nice. That is your sister." And you see him roll his eyes and go, "Whatever." And she goes, "What did we say about rolling eyes?" "Don't."
Rosalie trying not to, like, oh god.
And you see him walk into the room, and she closes the door behind him and just goes, "Oh, Elijah, can you please change so we can do your laundry?" And he goes, "No, this is my favorite robe. That's why we need to."
If
Never
it's
mind.
not getting washed, it's getting burned. I just
And
hiss
you hear
out.
the door. You hear the door lock, and you see Ferdies kind of
Door won't
giggle,
stop me, bitch.
and she heads upstairs. Goes back to what you assume her
Mm-hmm.
normal routine.
If that's the case, then I might as well just return the book to the the billionaire book to where it would
To the
be.
Talon estate.
Yeah, return it
Okay.
and probably see if I could find any other books that might help me in
Alrighty.
regards to the corruption and or magic, if I could find it.
Rosalie, you head upstairs. You or at least back around to make your way down um
Yeah,
the main
back and
hall of
around. Yeah.
stairs, and you make your way out. the front door, and as you do, in front of you are these big, beefy guards that just kind of look at you, squint their eyes, look at each other, and then open the door for you.
Yeah, I just show the book like, is your guys' bread? This. I need to take this
This is
back.
still at your house. This is
Oh
still at
yeah,
your
I'm like,
house.
I need to take this back. And this is not ours.
And you are free to explore the city. As you make it outside of your gate, it is nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
The moon is high up in the sky, almost sitting right on the Valdec estate. You can see in the small, high distance. And as you walk down your street, you go ahead, make it to one of the stops for the chassis, and you flip a switch that exists at almost every stop,
Sorry.
and you wait for a few minutes as you hear the whirring of a mechanical machine
Gotta wait for the
in the
subway.
rails. Yep. As you hear the and it stops in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and the door pops open.
Great. Hop on in. And
You
again,
hop on in.
off to the Valdoc estate to take this book back and see if I can find anything.
You clock in on 3 options on the ride, and you personally show your hand to one of these slots that are on the machine, and it pops open more options,
Great.
specifically for the estates.
Great.
You choose the Valdec estate,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear it rev up and begin to make its ascent. It takes about 20 or so
I'm
minutes
gonna read
for you
more
to
in
make
this
it out
book
the
while I'm
spiral.
while I'm
And you go ahead and read How to Be a Billionaire, and you gain a point of inspiration. Uh,
another one.
oh man, too bad you already have it. Oh
Damn.
well.
Oh well. Sucks. Just suck, I guess. Anyway.
There's not much going on in this book. It's kind of a lot of fluff, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of bullshitting, a lot of con man stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of shilling. Like,
Yeah.
so many advertisements in a book.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close
Like,
it.
what the fuck?
Me weighing
This
my
man had.
options. Weighing my options
This
of,
dude,
should I throw this out? No. Should I
he
though?
made so much money.
No. Should
And
I
as you
though?
make your way up the
No.
city spiral,
Yeah.
the higher you go, the more the hue seems to change of the city. It goes from this darker gray from where you originate up to this brighter, almost prismarine blue.
Right.
And as you get to the higher points, what you also begin to notice is something Rosalee has never seen before.
Ooh.
She's startled almost as as the pod she's in, chassis, stops as you see people crossing the street with this arcane um, with this arcane fairy just
Mm-hmm.
kind of floating there that turns green, turns red, and your chassis stops.
Got you.
And then everyone crosses this street. And as they do, you see these things that are taller than everyone else. These metal, almost robot like soldiers.
Constructs?
These bumbling metal death traps
Mm.
just walking amongst the people as the people almost like wade for it, like they part their sea
Mm-hmm.
just for it to walk through and keep their distance. And as they walk by, you see this steampunky a heap of metal with 4 long limbs, all holding blades, and this really slim body, almost humanoid, but not close enough to be considered.
Got you.
As it walks throughout the street, and on the back of this machine is the Valdak sigil, with the variation of a branch pointing to the Edelard.
Mm-hmm.
So Rosalee immediately can assume that these were a recent creation by the Edelard Foundation,
Got you.
which is essentially like the branch of business for the Valdak estate. They be making robots,
Interesting.
and they look scary.
Interesting. Terrifying.
Utterly. As the street begins to clear and the projected ferry turns green, and the chassis begins to rev back up and continue on, you make it up the spiral to almost the center of what feels like the island, as it pillars over almost everything else, giving you this beautiful nighttime view that you've seen many times before. It almost gives you solace being high above everything else, almost like nothing can reach you. Simply you, the night sky, and the moon.
Always a lovely feeling.
And as the chassis gets to the tip of its point, it stops in front of the fence for a larger gate than yours back home of the Valdak estate.
I step
You
out,
hop out of the
yeah.
chassis, and the door closes, and it almost instantly speeds back the other direction.
Goodbye. I just take,
It says
yeah.
goodbye.
It says goodbye. I just take a deep breath and walk up to the gate then.
As you walk up to the gate, there is this guard that is at the front gate, and he recognizes you. And you know of this guard as Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
He is kind of the one that's always stationed here. He kind of has no other duty. He's not seen a lot of action.
Got you.
But he knows of Rosalee and Jasper's mischief. And
We
he goes,
probably fucking play tricks on this guy, huh?
oh, all the time.
God damn it! He's not gonna like me.
Oh, well, it ain't Rosalee. Nice to see you again. What are you doing back here? Haven't seen you in a quite bit of a while.
I've come to return.
Pretty nice.
Come to return this, and I hold up the book.
Ah,
Mom took it
a
a while ago,
stolen
I
book,
think.
eh?
Mom took it a while ago, I think.
Oh, your mother.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why would I steal anything from here? You know that I wouldn't.
I don't know, a reason to finally put you away for good. Anyways.
It just narrows my eyes.
Anyways, not trying to get familiar. Go ahead on in.
Trying to put you away for
Please.
good. I tried to leave. Honest.
Please try not to cause too much of a ruckus. I am tired today.
Just trying to do a bit of reading.
Mm-hmm. You see him squint his eyes. This big bearded human man.
Yeah.
As he squints like his blue eyes and just goes, uh-huh, sure.
Fuck you too,
And he
Thomas.
nods at you the whole time you walk through the gate.
Fuck you too, Thomas. I missed you. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head up to the library.
You go ahead and make your way through the large lawn and to the front doors of the Valdak estate.
Nobody look at me. Nobody
As
see
the
me.
servants open up the doors for you. Anyone who gets past the gate, practically free roam at that point.
Hell yeah.
You know this. You've been here many times. And as you walk through the doors, you're met with a beautiful lobby. It essentially feels like the first floor of a business building,
Yeah.
but with like this medieval touch that your home tries to escape.
Yeah. That it tries to
It's
make. Yeah.
less modern, it's more traditional.
Got you.
It looks almost like a large tavern.
Solid.
Where you can see a lot of people are having a lot of fun, just kind of drinking at this large, fancy-looking bar
I'm coming for you later.
with a big dining space and a front desk with a woman that you also recognize as Judy. She is the person that would kind of always tell you where Jasper was, what he was up to, what any of the towns were doing, so you could go and cause a storm. She sees Rosalee as she's kind of leaning on this desk. She
Yeah.
looks really bored out of her mind and just kind of looks in the corner of her eye, looks back, then looks back and goes, "Oh, what? Wow!" And you just see her like making facial expressions and arm movements and like throwing up her hands.
I just kind of like walk up to the desk and just give a small like, hey.
Hello! Oh my god, it's been forever since something interesting happened around here.
Me
Please.
trying not to make a scene. This woman.
Tell me what's going to happen tonight, please. Oh my god. Make it interesting.
Um,
And you see her have this big expected smile.
I've unfortunately come to return a book.
Oh. Is that it?
Well, we'll see. I say, like, just to give her a little bit of hope.
Okay.
We'll see.
And she nods off. She goes,
Because I'm assuming
well,
Jasper's busy, so.
oh, well, not particularly right now.
Fuck.
In the mornings, definitely, and evening. He's kind of not here until he needs to sleep. Him and his father have been big on preparation for the Day of Unity, whatnot.
Oh, so he's out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Internally, thank God.
He's just not too busy as he's kind of shadowing his father, and his father's kind of doing all the work and not really showing him much, as he complains to be multiple times per day. Anyways, how have you been?
Thinks back. Thinks back on past adventures.
Flashbacks.
I've been good.
Roll deception.
Um, 4.
Her smile kind of goes limp, and she goes, "Oh, what's wrong?"
I have stories I can tell you, but probably not here. I'd rather get this back soon.
Oh God, the story would be so interesting right now. Actually, and you see her go underneath her booth that she has. It's like this long table,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the only one sitting at it right now.
Got you.
And she pulls up this like long rectangular prism box that
Mm-hmm.
she places on her table, and you see it just automatically sparks with arcane like light, and it's just it's just an animation of her going out for lunch,
Oh
for lunch,
no!
out for lunch.
Judy, no!
And she goes, "Oh, please, Phil. Where are you headed? The library?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do."
Me being like, good damn, I just wanted to avoid this question. Alright.
And
Yeah.
she go ahead and if you would let her,
Yeah.
she
I'll
definitely
let her,
would follow.
yeah. I'll let her follow. I'll give her a little something, a little taste. So yeah,
Flavor.
a little flavor, to give spice up her life right now. So she goes ahead and, uh, starts walking with her, and as soon as, like, there's less people, because we're in the halls now. So, as you assume and probably heard, I was out on family's business trip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, on that trip, pretty much I was just trying to, find areas of interest for their, well, study, I guess. And so,
Ah, I've heard they are constantly working on something
yes,
or other.
yes, yeah. So, they needed somebody to kind of run reconnaissance and get supplies, I guess. Lying out of her teeth.
Hmm.
At least for
Hmm.
this first bit. Does
Roll
she.
deception.
Okay. Be better, be better, be better. Yes! It's a modded 20. It was an 18 on the
Ooh,
die.
she can't pass that. Um, and she goes, I guess that makes sense. Being errand boy does sound slightly interesting.
Oh, well, I've met a few people along the way, a few colleagues of mine, and we went
Ooh,
to
interesting.
Alpha Lore. Have you heard of Alpha Lore?
Althalor,
Yes.
the island of endless party? Who hasn't?
Yes, well, at Alpha Lore, I guess they were having a bit of a pirate problem.
Ooh.
And my friends and I, and she kind of goes into the story as to, what happened. Like,
Mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm.
basic bare bones as to
Yeah.
what happened, fighting the false
Uh,
dragon, all that good stuff.
you see, she like hangs on to every bit of it and is completely entertained. As you guys, throughout this conversation, walked into a metal closet
Mm-hmm.
that closed, and like the chassis, rises up through the building.
Elevator!
It is a circular elevator.
Got you.
There is
Yeah.
this ball that you are in, almost like the chassis outside,
Hamster ball.
that begin to roll up the spiral of the building,
Noise.
with you being suspended upright. And as you guys are in here, no one can really hear your
Mm-hmm.
conversation or anything. So yeah, you just kind of let her know your adventures with
Yeah.
the false layer of it being an errand.
East. And that they picked me up on Zenith. It's been essentially is what it is. It's like going through all the little bits that we had, like the important quote unquote details that she thinks that she'll
Mhm.
find interesting. Um, like fighting the false dragon, fighting the chimera, and then
Mhm.
essentially being picked up on Zenith because there were things that they needed, some resources that they needed to pick up, which isn't
Cool, cool.
entirely a lie.
And as you head up in the tower, you finally make your way to what you know of as the 6th floor.
E.
This is essentially the learning floor. This is where the library is, where a few studies are.
I don't give her names, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't give her names, just actions, that's it.
I completely figured.
Yeah.
And as you walk out of this Ascension chassis, it speeds back down as the door closes. And when you guys get off, she goes, well, that was interesting. What an adventure you have been on, little Rose. Fun. I wish I could get out to sea.
Well, if you're gonna be heading
Meet myself
down,
someone.
meet yourself someone?
Oh, yeah. This city's full of brutes. I'm not sure I'm into that.
Well, Avalor's a
Nice
fun place to
sailor.
start, I guess. Or Zora. Zora Port. Lots of sailors stop there.
Port.
Mm-hmm.
Did sound interesting. Not sure I'm down for the pirate invasions, though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you're gonna be heading back down, it was nice seeing you. Nice talking.
Yes, it was indeed.
If
I
you
am going to go and get some lunch from the cafeteria,
if
actually.
you see Jasper, say hello for me.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you don't want me to just point him up here?
It's
Oh.
if he's
Oh,
busy,
okay.
probably not. Or if he's tired, probably not.
I can get the gist. Did you guys go through a fight or something?
I just
And
rather
you see
not.
she is completely being nosy.
Yeah, I know. I just rather not be a bother if he's tired, since it's been a while.
I guess so. Alrighty, I'm going to actually get lunch on my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your books.
Of course. And she puts down the book on the counter, assuming somebody's gonna put it away, and then goes down an aisle for arcane shenanigans.
Arcane shenanigans.
Mainly
Go
trying
ahead.
to see corruption stuff, just to be like, what the fuck am I getting myself into?
Roll investigation.
Investigation.
As
What is
you
this?
search for a book.
16 plus 1, 17.
17.
17.
Alrighty.
I find a lot of shit.
Rosalee, as you're walking down these aisles, you find the arcane section. You find a lot of it dealing with just kind of the normal spells you kind of already know.
Mm-hmm.
The spells you know that exist, but you don't know that are like
Yes.
too high level. You find
But for different
certain
people, yeah.
information on the web of magic and how it works,
Mm-hmm.
or how it's presumed to work in theory. Information on how certain things are linked
Mm-hmm.
with mankind and magical potential. But almost every time you get close to a book specifically about what you need, you find that it's not there.
Damn it.
You find that there's like an empty space.
There's just a whole fucking row that's missing.
A whole fucking row that's missing. No joke. And you assume that your father
Yeah.
probably yoinked all of these.
Motherfucker.
But
Doesn't the library have like a 3-book limit? Come on now.
at the very end of the row, there was one last book that's flipped over. Looks like it just kind of fell over from the rest of them being pulled. And it's essentially dealing with the theory of magic.
Interesting.
would you like to scan through?
I will skim it.
As you skim through this book, the gist that you get of the main purpose is exploring the reason magic exists, how it exists, and how humanoids can use it. It essentially brings up the whole idea of the magical web that connects everyone to magic. And also brings up an odd notion that in some magical circles, it's almost like they're all missing some sort of piece, some sort of one thing to make everything work perfectly forever. It's almost like the idea of infinite energy, but you can't make infinite energy. Even though in theory you really should. There's something missing.
Got you.
And as Rosalee reads through this, eventually the night gets deeper and the moon can no longer be seen in the sky as the clouds peer in. And Rosalee, as you're sitting near this window of the building, you're high over the city. And as you peer out, you can see these large particles fly into the air and explode, showing depictions of Innideath and the world itself, and how everything is being celebrated.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the revving ups to the 4th of July.
Hell yeah.
Kind of people getting ahead of themselves and letting off fireworks early.
Got you.
That type of thing. But you are slowly approaching the Day of Unity. The day your father intends to crack the code of humanity. Through you. You can assume that this magical web that you read about must be what he means is inside your head. You can assume that this chaos magic you have is something that exists in the magical web itself. In a way, you kind of are magic.
But I thought friendship was magic.
No, that's cheap.
Oh.
And with that, I will end our one-on-one session.
Lovely.
With the moon having fireworks shot off in front of it as it peers behind the clouds.
Now I gotta wait a couple days just to see what happens.
Indeed.
Panic.
I honestly wasn't sure if like a one-on-one was gonna work, just because they're from the plans I already had.
Yeah.
I made sure that fucking everything would, just occur without everyone else.
Yeah.
That would be kind of boring. But I did want you to be able to do something. So definitely being reacquainted with everything else and finding out the nature of what's going on. Rosalee, you're the key. That's kind of terrible.
That's kind of shitty.
You know what keys get? They get used. That's
Yeah,
rough.
that sucks. That's just how it be, though. Me sitting here like, well, regardless, now I have no choice but to wait for fucking 7 days or let her die.
And you have the choice of literally escaping
Yeah.
and not having that crown on your head, or taking the chances
Yep.
to save Celia.
I will say, I'm like, if I manage to meet up with the group before that happens, I'll probably relay, like, I don't think we can probably save her unless I do this.
And it'll be
So.
interesting.
So I gotta leave it up to them, because I know what Rosalee wants to do, but I don't know what they want to do.
Ooh, how complicated it is.
Because I know Bobbert's gonna want to do anything for Celia. Or and Yeshua, on the other hand, I don't know what they're gonna want to do. In which case, if that's the case, if it's like 2 votes for Celia and 2 votes for get the fuck shit out of Dodge, right? Then it's literally like half and half, and we gotta just flip a coin. Like,
Flip a crit coin.
flip the crit coin, see what it says.
Oh, yeah, sorry there wasn't more.
You're all good.
Technically, there was. But that's fine.
Technically,
You'll
there
find out.
was. However, it's like
And
I wanted to get as much information as I could out of this.
yeah, that's what I felt like you wanted it for, to get the information.
Just because it's like,
Which,
first off, it's home.
um,
Second off, I haven't had much chance to learn about home too much. So this is kind of a
yeah,
learning moment.
I kind of like that I get to trial
Mm-hmm.
lore drop and like city
Yeah.
functions and whatnot with you.
So that way,
'Cause then
whenever you get to the yeah.
I got to perfect it when they come around. And then for them, it'll be the first time seeing it.
Yeah. For me, it's because I've seen it before.
For
It's
you've seen
different.
it before, so I couldn't like over grandiose it.
Yeah.
You already hate this place.
I already hate this fucking
They
island.
will hate the place later.
I hate this fucking island, but they'll hate it and be like, "Oh, this is so cool." Like, but this is so
They'll love it
cool,
at first and then
right?
hate it.
They'll be like,
Hate it
"Ah,
when
this
they
is
find out.
nice," and then they fucking, then they get to the Navy ship like depot, pull up their boat, and they'll be like, "Hey, yo, do you got a license?" It's like, "Ah, fuck,
Shit,
shit, that's
fuck,
right, that's
shit,
right."
shit, fuck.
Wait a second, we had a deed with nobody saved the deed. Oh my god, oh my god, those fucking morons! They
No
didn't
way, I
save.
think Aura saved it.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I'm like, they didn't
Yeah,
save the
no.
fucking
Aura
boating
had it.
license.
Aura had it wrapped up with the map.
Okay.
So they have a boating license, just no boat.
Okay, okay. God, I was gonna say, I was like, fucking
I'm
mother.
gonna pee real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Alrighty, guys. Well, for those of you who are listening, um, thanks for tuning in. Mainly Wolf. I'll be editing this shortly soon, and then sending it off. Hopefully, posting it. And for those of you who are a part of the campaign, I will send it to y'all after you make it to me, Enley. Or after you save Rosalee, whatever. It's gonna be something. I'll figure it out. Alrighty. Bye-bye.